Yes. Now, did you get your flight plan? Everything good with that?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All ready to go. Already mapped out a few things. Getting the itinerary ready with Steven for some tours.
Wow. The special rendezvous spot on the crookedest street in the world?
Yes.
Got it.
So you're the crookedest wiener in the world.
We're going to take a nice picture on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Okay.
So kids, look at MySpace next week to see that picture.
Talking to your kids, or whose kids you talking
I
to?
was in general saying everybody out there.
Oh, okay. All right. You got
Forgot it was Monday. I missed the football games.
Okay.
Damn it.
You got your, I'm sure you would have been glued in front of the TV. Your fantasy football team lost.
Yes, they did.
The Albaholics.
Alcoholic.
Gayest name ever. You had a perfect name, the Obese Baristas. And you go with the Albaholics. Expect to not win a game all year. But
Wow.
they did get a little note of joy yesterday when the Seahawks traded for Deion Branch because they have him on their fantasy football team reserve roster, Terry.
That's right.
Yes. That's going to be a big find for you guys because he's going to go off here in Seattle. It's a big get for the Seahawks.
Oh, big get.
I don't
thought it was
care
a
what
big
that
deal.
overgrown Graw says on stupid sports radio. Lord, what a disgrace. Talking about how the Seahawks made a bad trade. It's a beautiful trade. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The future is now. What are you worried about draft picks? Man, this is the year you wait for. Build for the future? He's so caught up in the mode. You get so used to all these years of building for the future,
Right.
you lose sight of the present being the future.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's his problem. That and French fries. But this is a beautiful trade for the Seahawks. They didn't sit around on their hands this year. Saw a little problem week one. They have a little difficulty with the wide receiver spot. Solve that right away.
Yay.
And the first-round pick is going to be, at best, probably the 26th pick, more likely the 31st pick. So what are we talking about here? Please. Beautiful trade.
There you go.
Dancing in the streets. I can feel it, Terry. Yes, they are. All right, nobody cares.
Oh, it's Dancing
Anyway,
with the Stars tonight.
Dancing with the
That's
Stars?
right.
Yes, 2-hour premiere.
Yes. All right.
2 hours we'll never get back.
Well, I'll get it back because I'm not using it.
Okay.
I'm not using it. I don't have to worry about losing a minute. I will not be dancing with the stars.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice if we all could dance with the stars.
Terry, some would say, in a matter of speaking, you dance with the stars every morning.
Oh.
Anyhow.
I want to see Jerry Springer, see what he can do.
See, look outside the window. We have a window now, Terry, in the studio.
I
You see-
know,
you
it's
see the
scary.
stars? Okay. Now do a little pirouette. See, you dance with the stars. Beautiful. All right, whatever. What the hell are we talking about? What's that now, Stephen?
You're not
Jerry
interested
Springer.
in Jerry Springer?
Jerry Springer dancing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather see Jerry Springer, I don't know.
Do anything else?
Show his
Basically.
breasts.
Yeah, show his man boobs. Jerry Springer shows his moobs, maybe. I'm in.
You got Joey Lawrence,
Uh-huh.
all bald.
All right, talk me into it.
Oh,
Maybe not. I don't think so. What else is on? I'm watching it.
Either that or according to Jim, so you take your pick.
Something tells me I'll find something else.
And now that the world has caught a glimpse of baby Surrey, it's a Tomcat sighting in Beverly Hills.
Surrey!
Ultra-private superstar couple Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes stepped out to watch Tom's daughter Isabella playing soccer. See, they get their kicks like so many other suburban parents.
Yeah.
Tom, when's the wedding planned for?
Oh, jeez.
How Surrey? Except most others don't get mobbed.
I do that to about everyone that's watching a soccer game, Terry.
Really?
I go up to them and scream across the field how their kids are
Right.
and when the wedding's going to be.
Oh,
You always wonder what I do during the afternoons.
wow.
I go and harass people that are watching their kids playing soccer.
Well, cool.
It's just a little too cushy of a life.
Soccer. That's funny.
Go to work. Let the nanny watch your kid play soccer.
That's her
Man.
job.
That's what you pay her for. Right? That what you paid the nanny for, Stephen, to watch your son play soccer?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, nothing. Good morning, John.
Good morning. What in the hell is going on here? I can't even know when I'm in queue. What the crap is going on?
What's his problem there, Pasty? He can't hear the show on hold? Is that something we're addressing? And by the way, can we address my droopy microphone this morning?
It's drooping already.
It's drooping already, Terry.
You just,
Man,
it's been 24
Do I
hours.
have to
It's
step
day
in
two.
Studio B to get it going so I can hear it and queue up when you guys go?
Yeah, Studio B, wherever that is, head there. Day 2, and it looks like the new studio is already falling apart.
What the hell's going on there?
What the hell's going there, Pasty.
Executive producer Pasty Dave.
Great question.
Why haven't you worked out the clicks yet?
Why don't we work out the clicks? Are we going to work out the clicks, Pasty?
Oh, my God.
Yes. We have to work out the clicks, Terry, and the kinks.
Clicks.
The glitz and the clicks and everything moving
Yes.
from one studio to a next. What the hell, Pasty?
The best
Aren't
part
you
about this
supposed to be
studio-
the
oh, geez.
executive producer.
That's what it says on his business cards.
What happens Monday morning, September 18th, when we go on with San Francisco?
When we-
That's a great plug, yes. Thank you so much. And I hope you got your flight arrangements, as we all did yesterday, John.
Yeah. I heard that Terry, believe it or not, didn't call in yesterday, but I was listening. And Terry Free, how are you going to be away from your kids for 4 days?
Oh, geez.
Well, you just are.
What's Darius going to do without
Actually, it's
you?
5 nights.
Yeah,
Terry.
I know. I know.
So,
Yeah, you know what? Your husband's a police officer. I believe Darius is a teenager. He can be shooting bullets somewhere else without you around
Oh,
to keep
jeez.
him under lockdown.
Okay.
well, he's concerned, John is now that your son is the star football player of the
Sure.
of the Western Washington area, Terry, that he may be in demand to the point where 5 days away, 5 nights away, more importantly, from the home front,
Yeah.
On
may
demand.
cause you coming home to be a grandmother.
I doubt it.
Yes,
hope
you
not.
will be, Terry. And why won't you stay around here in the, in the Washington area for that?
Well, she's required to be in San Francisco for the big launch, John, as are you, and I hope you got your first-class flight arrangements.
I've already talked to 90. Well, I already put my foot in the door.
Okay.
Don't ruin it for us.
Well, I was. Yeah.
If you think you like coffee. What do you like, John?
Coffee.
Double
It's a
John.
sip of a drink, and then it's called shots of tea.
Okay, yeah, it's all excited.
Jeez.
John gets all excited about this stuff.
I know he does. He's thrilled.
Overly excited, one might say. Yes, John.
Well, you know what?
No, I don't.
said
I don't care. But thanks a lot.
Wow.
Should I care, Terry?
Well,
Should I find out
not
what it- should I
really
give-
should you care,
Should I
but
give him a chance for a final statement here?
why not?
I will not
geez.
mention it unless you guys bring it up.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. But go ahead. I'll give you a chance for a final
I was
statement.
talking
Go
about
ahead.
a station
Oh,
we're going on the air with next Monday.
A what?
He's talking
I'm
about,
talking about the
94.9.
Yeah, what about 94.9?
I don't know.
I thought he said something about a state trooper.
They say something about a steak.
A steak?
I don't know.
You got steak.
I got steak.
Terry
yeah.
got 94.9, and I got state trooper.
Station in San Francisco.
Oh, we're all wrong.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, I already got my foot in the door, and I'm waiting for you all to hit the airwaves with me live.
With him.
Wow, I'm glad you're allowing me to co-host with you. That'd be really quite the honor. And
Well, I've already got to know DJ Nasty, and it was great.
DJ Nasty, well, that sounds wonderful. I'm sure he's very excited to be talking to you on a minute-to-minute basis.
They have a
DJ
John
Nat-
countdown on their website now.
Yeah,
DJ Nasty's going with this.
they got to learn quickly to take their request line off the website.
What part of I've got the hotline don't you understand for their night show?
Well, let me
Wow,
tell you.
lucky you.
Something tells me a call to
yeah.
Oh.
Blah.
I was going to say, what phone company works on? AT&T? I don't know what the hell. They got to change the numbers, the point. Anyway, thanks a lot, John. Yeah, wonderful. Bye-bye.
Go get his job.
Don't you hang up on me. I got
Oh.
more to say.
No, you don't, but,
Well, put me on hold, and I wonder if I can still hear the show.
well,
damn it.
apparently you can't. Is that right, Pasty?
No, you can't.
Now, is that going to be worked on or what? Pasty, can I put your mic on? Where are you?
He's 5.
Hey, Pasty,
Right?
I have his mic on.
have you found the donut?
I don't hear you, though. No, it's not on. What's the deal?
Well,
They put his Burger King microphone back in there, but it's broke.
oh, try the other mic. The good
This
mic.
ain't BK, you can't have it your own way.
This ain't BK, and you can't have it your way.
Wow.
Pasty, greatest line of his life. What's the deal? We can't hear you at all today? Oh, you can open the door and scream? Terry, day 2.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. I made too many compliments on day 1.
You did.
I got too excited with how things are going too smoothly on day 1. So the engineers around here said, oh, we can't have that. We can't make his life that easy. We can't make it that simple. So this morning I got a droopy microphone.
Yes.
I got no call pad like I was promised.
I know.
I got Pasty Dave unable to speak on the air.
But he's
I was
got
supposed
2.
to have a computer here, too, by the way.
Right. Oh, I was too.
No computers as promised.
None.
So remind me, anytime I feel like I want to give a compliment to the engineers, hold back.
Now,
Never again.
they are not in this morning like they were yesterday morning.
2 days in a row.
Because we were too happy yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went too well.
It went too damn well.
So I think we should call them, wake them up, and make them come in.
Everything falling apart this morning, and things that aren't falling apart that were promised to even be in here are not.
Yeah.
They got the mic in there. Oh, we got to plug it in. Oh, that's right. I knew there was something.
Well, he's got 2 mics in there now.
Got 2 mics, neither one works.
Neither one works.
So what are you going to do about
great.
this, Pasty?
What is he going to do?
Pasty, get off your hands and knees. It really doesn't... Whoa.
Look good.
Not very becoming.
Doing all this.
Sorry about that.
You all right?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a very comfortable posture for you. However... Oh, jeez. It's, where'd you get that laugh there, John?
I just laughed.
Did you download
I heard
that?
Pace
I
Dave
think
was
so.
on his knees.
Mm-hmm.
We were also supposed to have different windscreens.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I heard about that one, too.
You know what I heard about Kelly? I thought Kelly was such an executive engineer.
Yes. Yesterday, he was on top of the world. Oh,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on today?
Hey, T-Man.
Yes,
T-Man,
John.
I think we need to bring back that burnt back Mexican burrito bitch,
Right.
Mario.
Okay. Well, Mario got drafted in the Engineer
Yeah, he
2006 draft by Delilah.
Yeah.
Delilah, hearing us complimenting Mario on the air and hearing him getting tortured by John, was swept away by the powers of Delilah.
Right.
Yeah, Delilah, I tell you what, if you're tuned in this morning, you're probably not, because you're too busy laid back on your little Delilah chair, showing the love and all the dedication. Smoothing out the rough edges.
Is that
of
what Mario's
your
doing
day.
these days? Wow. Let me tell you something. Mario certainly got a good gig then, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I think he just popped a whole new scenes. Mario, tune in the program when he's 663 T-Man.
If his job is to
Now.
lay back in the Delilah chair and service her, Terry, and then pick out some songs, that sounds like a good line of work to me.
Oh, yeah. Much
Oh,
better
man,
than
here
dealing
I
with
go
us.
with my words this morning. I need to...
All right, you need to take a nap. Thanks a lot, John. Very good.
Jeez.
More than enough time for him.
Yeah.
Satisfied his quota for the week.
For the lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
He's really not going to, call us down there in San Francisco, is he?
Terry, not only do I welcome him calling, not really, when we're down in San Francisco,
Yeah.
in order to show San Francisco how it's done, I expect a lot of the regular callers to be calling when we're down there, Terry.
Well, yeah, I would too, but
But you don't want to showcase John in week number 1?
Not-
You're concerned about that?
Yeah.
You're afraid we'll never be invited back?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to make a good impression.
Right. A good impression. Oh, yeah.
Right, right.
I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already a little, hesitant
Oh,
with
a
us.
little hesitant.
And so bringing John in is a little...
Terry, they're going crazy with nervousness.
I know.
They couldn't be more second guessing. They couldn't be more concerned. We made a tragic mistake. We're reading all the papers. They're telling us we're crazy. The same exact thing that happened when I started on Cube 10 years ago.
I understand that. But, I mean, of course, we didn't have John 10 years ago either.
Terry. Could only have dreamt.
Yeah, but then again, of course, they're saying we're not really a big market or anything.
They're
and
saying
you
all
bring
that stuff.
John, and...
Yes. John is big market material. Trust
All
me on
right.
this, Terry.
Okay, well.
Trust my instinct.
I
All right,
will.
have I ever steered you wrong?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
So I'm trusting.
And if he's trying to bing back Mario, Terry,
yeah,
well, then
I think
that-
he is trying to bring back you.
is a big get.
Take a look at how young people addicted to video games are kicking the habit in China. Many of them are sent to this military boot camp for video game addicts by their
Yeah, it
parents.
doesn't sound like fun, Terry.
Jeez.
They have a boot camp?
They're hardcore in China.
I guess so.
Not messing around. Play one too many video game. You go to boot camp and straighten out your life.
Oh, yeah.
It's run by the People's Liberation Army of China. Treatment lasts a month. It includes antidepressants, a rigorous military training regime. The camp says it works. They
Yeah,
have
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Or you could just keep playing video games and you'd be a lot better off.
Boy, oh, boy.
This is hardcore, baby.
A month?
We're not playing in China, Terry.
It includes antidepressants, a rigorous military training regime.
Sounds like Hot Shots Weekend.
Yeah.
Except for the training part.
Yes.
Don't train.
You're training for something, but not in the fashion it sounds like they're training. It sounds like they're really on the move there.
Yeah.
It includes antidepressants, a rigorous military training regime. The camp says it works. They have a 75% success rate.
Oh, my gosh.
No word on what they do with the other 25%.
Wow.
Jeez. I guess they don't like it if they overplay games.
Yes.
Here in America, it's like they send you to boot camp if you're a violent little teen or something.
I think Xbox is illegal there, actually.
Well, then how do you begin to overplay video games?
Computer games.
Underground?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
really?
they're playing just
Computer games.
PC
and-
games?
Yeah, there's some underground.
Games on your PC. Come on.
My buddy just moved back there for 3 months. He works for Microsoft and said it's all illegal. They're trying to let people have them there.
Really?
Yeah.
The computer joystick. Give me a break. I used to have a Sidewinder. It wasn't working out. Anyhow, the wireless
Sidewinder.
wireless controls for Xbox kick ass.
Okay.
Well, I haven't got them quite figured out yet. But anyway,
But they kick ass.
yes.
Still.
The fact that you can, wireless is, that's everything.
How far do you go? I mean, like how far back, or can you do it from like
Terry, let me just put it this way.
kitchen
I'm able to
into
make love to
wherever?
my wife.
Oh, stop
And
it.
still run around the left end for 25 yards on the first down.
Wow. Can only imagine the celebration when that happens.
Oh,
when you
yes.
make a TV.
Baby, we're in field goal range. Honey, want to throw the upright? Wide left.
I'm sure she loves the wireless things she has.
Wow.
What are you suggesting? My wife needs a marital aid to get her through her days, Stephen? Is that what you're saying?
If you're playing video games while you're making love, then probably so.
You know what? Maybe you should try it. Maybe.
I'll go out and get an Xbox today.
Yeah, maybe you'll find it puts a little life in you that's desperately needed.
That could be.
Yeah.
I bet
the man
Steven
in
should
you.
try the other one. Her wireless thing.
Yeah, it is weird. Steven doesn't have any
Yeah, it is
little
bizarre.
toys like
He's not into
that.
sports or video games.
No, he's not.
Weird guy.
Stephen, if he is a heterosexual man,
Yeah.
and some have reason to want to debate that, I am not going to sit here and be one of them, Terry. But if he
Oh,
is,
that's nice. Thank you.
If he is a heterosexual man,
That's like the biggest compliment you've ever paid me.
if he is a heterosexual man, Terry.
If he is, yes.
Let me finish the statement. It's a very important statement. Listen carefully. If he is a heterosexual man, and I believe he is, but if he is, I'm going to repeat it again. If he is a heterosexual man,
Yes.
then he's the most homosexual heterosexual in the history of the world.
The most
fact-
homosexual heterosexual.
That's right.
All right, got
Because he
it.
doesn't like sports,
Right, I got you.
doesn't like video games, doesn't like strip clubs,
Right.
doesn't like porn. There's a list of things that he doesn't like that is all about men. Loves
Lies.
cooking,
Did you say gambling? He doesn't like gambling.
doesn't like gambling.
Oh, right.
Doesn't like drinking. Doesn't
No.
like rice.
Doesn't like drugs.
Doesn't like drugs. He doesn't like anything.
Doesn't like to
weird.
get into fights, no contact.
Doesn't like fast cars.
Doesn't
Right.
like, doesn't like weightlifting.
Doesn't like
No.
weightlifting. Steven's even laughing. He's thinking to himself, damn, I'm the most homosexual, heterosexual man in the history of the world.
I'm even questioning your first statement.
What a fruit boy.
If you are, in fact,
Oh, my
Steven,
God.
if you are, in fact, heterosexual,
Yeah.
well, then, now that you heard that list of things that you don't like, you have to agree that you are the most homosexual, heterosexual man in the history of the world.
You guys pick one of those and I'll start liking them.
He saw Shall We Dance in the theater. Jesus.
Wow, you
He
did?
saw Shall We Dance in the theater. Can't wait for Dancing with the Stars tonight.
Oh, man.
Him and the TiVo guy dancing all around the living room later this afternoon as Dancing with the Stars is just hours away.
Right, I'm sure he's going to go to the Paramount tonight and watch So You Think You Can Dance, that tour, right?
Steven said if we pick one of those things from that list of things that he doesn't like, he will force himself to start liking it.
Well, there's an asterisk. I'm not going to do illegal things.
Okay, so video games.
How
That's
about
pretty
prescribed drugs? Just not prescribed to you.
easy. Right.
Well, I already have. I have some prescribed to me that I take every day. So
Also, okay.
Oh, let me tell you what a guy you are.
Wow, this thyroid med really packs a punch.
oh, you should see me if I don't take it.
Man, even just me saying that list made me
Yeah.
realize that much more
Yeah.
of what a homo hetero he is.
Homo hetero.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty,
the homoist.
it's pretty
Yes.
fruity, man, hearing that list.
Well, yeah, now that you broke it all down, I mean,
That's just the things he doesn't like. If I
Right,
told you the things
right.
he does like,
Right.
that would just add that much more to the guaranteed situation being that he is the most homo hetero in the world.
right. Oh, wow.
I just gave you the things he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Trust me, if I start running off the things he likes to do, we gave you some taste of that just a couple of seconds ago, but if I ran down the whole list, oh my gosh, it is just craziness.
Likes to scrapbook, which he does.
Makes a whale of a lemon chicken
Yes, he does.
with the apron on. With
I don't wear an apron. Come on.
With the apron that says "one in the oven."
Jesus. He baked a cake for someone.
Yes.
Dressed the dog up. Never ends.
The list is never ending.
You're like your own produce section. You're so fruity.
Steven, you're
You guys are
finding.
fascinated with me.
Well, I think you're finding out a little bit more about yourself this morning because I can just hear the shock in your voice hearing all this.
It was shocking, all the things that I don't like, yeah.
Yes.
That the typical
to
man
dispute.
does.
I mean, give me one thing. Even if you just gave me he likes fast cars. If he just had something like that. Oh, he
Right,
loves
right, right.
fast cars. He's a big car
fine.
guy. If he's a big car guy, then I can at least say, okay, there's something. There's nothing.
Yeah. Or like he plays guitar or drums or something.
Right?
He does.
He's something.
He does nothing.
That is
He
crazy.
just kind of exists.
It just kind of exists.
Stevie,
I'm just totally meaningless.
is there one thing that you could say, T-Man, you didn't say this. This should be on the list of definitely things that heterosexual guys do. Give me one thing that I'm missing. I talked to y'all about all the things that you don't like. Give me one thing you do like that tells me, all right, yeah, that certainly is a guy's thing.
Oh, he's an outdoorsman. Oh, no. Not that either.
Well, I'm an outdoorsman. I like taking hikes and walks, and
Day hike.
I like playing tennis. And
That's not heterosexual.
With his little wristbands.
Yes.
yeah, Andre Agassi's the gayest man alive.
Although
You
the-
see the way he broke down and cried?
Well,
He's pro.
Hard
That's
though.
different.
Yeah.
If you had a 16-year career in tennis, you could break down and cry too.
21,
But
Sure.
yeah.
all right. The point is, I mean, even if video games and a beer at your side, give me something.
I've had a beer before.
Oh, God. A beer.
No, I've had beer before, I should say, Ben.
Being not a beer drinker, so
No,
that's
no,
not
no. I'm
that's not on the
definitely not.
list.
I
All right,
can't
give
handle
me
it.
something. You got nothing. You can't think of a damn thing.
Well, we're trying.
We're trying.
Sad.
If you can't think of anything right now, well, then you have to make the announcement that yes, T-Man, I'll make it official. I'm here to announce I'm the most homosexual, heterosexual man in the history of the world.
I like bottomless fries, so that's kind of a guy thing.
no, not really. That's just
a
a
woman
fat
thing?
thing.
That's just
okay. It's a fat thing.
It is a fat
That's
thing.
just a human that likes to eat a lot's thing.
Okay.
I don't think that's a guy or a girl thing. I'm not going to say
Right.
that's a girl thing. I'm not going to say
No.
that's a guy thing. That's just not a gender thing.
It's a stretch. Bottomless fries is the most manly thing you do.
I like fishing,
Stretch your gut. Fishing.
water sports.
All right, let's decide whether fishing
I don't really like it.
qualifies as a guy thing.
He doesn't go fishing, by the way. He goes out and catches some crabs in a crab pot. That's not fishing.
But that is like just throwing the pot in and coming back.
You're not a
you know,
fisherman.
you're
You
not-
don't get up at 4 a.m.
No.
to the lake.
It's pretty skillful to catch crab.
And guys that fish bring beer, not you.
How?
You're no fisherman.
I mean,
Well, I'm trying.
You got nothing. Nothing!
wow. Maybe we should for Christmas
That is
this year
weird.
get him a video game. Get him
won't play.
started.
He won't
Well, it'll
play
be a
it.
waste of money.
Yeah.
He will absolutely not play it. It'll, like the bocce set, will sit in the garage. Or
Well,
he'll
then you can say to him, "Hey, look,
become a guy.
Become
right
a
now
guy
before our
and-
eyes.
yeah.
Terry, you can't force a guy in him, Terry. There's no guy
Steven.
per se in him.
I thought of something. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay. No. That wouldn't be interrupting. I'm asking you. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm waiting for you to interrupt. What's the one thing that would certainly be on the list? Who emailed you something that you forgot about yourself?
No. I just thought of it myself.
Right,
actually.
I'm sure. Steven's wife is out there going, say something, quick!
No, she's probably driving by now. But
You're right.
I have a bunch of striped shirts. That's a guy thing.
No, you don't wear them to clubs, trying to hook
It's
up
not like he's going to the club.
No.
now.
as much as possible.
Well, if
Right.
clubs opened at 4, I'd go.
And your striped shirts are not the striped shirts that we make fun of, that guys are wearing nonstop to the clubs these days. I've seen your striped shirts. Yes, they're an upgrade from the shirts you used to wear, but they are by no means the guy's got a striped shirt, Terry.
Yeah, it's not
All
like
right?
you're.
And your wife
styling
picked him
him.
out for you.
So?
Steven, this is just that much more illustrating how much of a homo-hetero you are, the fact that you can't think of a damn thing.
You are such a rare breed of a guy. I can't think of any other.
Concerning. Yeah, it is.
It's really concerning.
No, seriously, I can't think of any other guy that's like that.
can't either.
mean,
That's
if
like
you
what?
if you go back in your mind and think of the friends that you hang out with or people
No,
that you
there's no
know,
one.
just even in this office.
You've never come across, is what you're saying, any guy, Terry, that claims to be a heterosexual that's just homosexual-like as
Right.
Stephen Kilbreth.
Right.
Huh.
I mean,
He's not even like a homo. He's like a girl.
Oh, just
He's not even a homo.
You don't chew. You don't smoke. You don't do anything. You never even did.
Would you start chewing for us, David? Just start spitting in a cup at all times and just
Okay,
take
I
up
will.
that habit. I mean, that could. They say if you start, that becomes very addictive. Maybe you could add that to your non-existent repertoire of things guys do, and that'll be something. Give us something.
So if you chew, you're a real man, is what you're trying to tell me?
I just want to
yeah.
get something out of you. That indicates you're a guy.
Have you ever smoked a cigar at any?
No.
Is it too much
Oh, my
to ask him to do something that indicates to us that he's a guy?
No,
think so.
no. I mean,
I'll make love to Terry right now to prove it.
Yes.
that's not going to
He-Man.
work either.
Yes. Go ahead. You're on
I
here.
guess I wouldn't
Who's
do it.
this?
This is Diane.
What's up, Diane? People just pop on the line.
I just wanted to call and tell you that I think Stephen has some very attractive attributes. I think I really think he seems very manly
if you're
to
into
me.
girly guys.
What's so manly to you, though?
Well, I shouldn't say
example.
manly.
What are-
I guess
See,
manly
she has to
isn't
take
the
it
right.
back.
But you are very. But let me ask you. What you're saying is you're very attracted to the fact that Steven is a very homo-hetero.
No, I think he has a very good personality. And,
All
and
right.
that's attractive. I think that's very attractive.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
nobody
to
said
take
he
it-
didn't.
But to take it a step further, all the things that we're talking about here, the things we're discussing, you were just listening, and you're very attracted to that. You're very attracted to the guy who is as homosexual as a heterosexual can get. Is that what you're? That's basically what you're saying, right? That does it for you. Hey, I can see that doing it for a certain faction of the ladies out there.
Right.
They're
I think it's just Stephen. Just Stephen.
No, it's not. Actually, there are guys out there that are very strong homo-heteros. They don't like guy things. They don't play video games. Now, Steven, across the board, just is so completely on board with being the homo with a capital H hetero. I mean,
Right,
some guys come
right.
really close.
Sure.
But some guys can name one thing out of that list that we had and say, okay, yeah, that's the thing. I'm into cars, and
Right.
but I don't like sports. I don't like video games, yada, yada, yada. But he's got nothing.
Right. Well, I mean,
Don't
if
forget the spicy milk and cheese hurts his tummy.
I don't mind all that stuff either, though. I mean, it's not like it's...
He goes hiking. That's all he's got.
He doesn't
Well,
go
I
hiking,
mean,
though. He's not a hiker.
He went hiking once when he was 16.
That's not true. I've been hiking at
Well,
least once a year.
You take long walks. It's not hiking. It's a big difference.
You go long walks like a grandma. That's what makes him a hetero.
You
Well,
don't
the
set
other-
up shelter, Stephen, and stay overnight.
Well,
Go for a
you,
walk.
you can go on a day hike, Scott.
You can't. It's
You
not
can-
really hike. Walking's not really,
Yeah, a day hike is a walk, Stephen.
Both
all right?
genders walk.
Just because you're walking uphill doesn't
Right.
make it a hike.
So you go up outside,
Just
that's a
because-
day walk.
Just because you bring a
what you're
canteen
saying.
doesn't make it a hike. All right?
well, but
I
the
think
other
you're
thing
confused
too
there,
is
But I don't agree that makes me a man.
Just because you bring a canteen with a mocha doesn't make it a hike.
When your wife, he doesn't drink coffee either.
yeah, he doesn't even drink coffee.
Well, I wouldn't say that's something a guy does. That's not a gender thing either.
Most
but-
guys like coffee.
They like something. But I mean, even for example, as much crap as I give Vinny, and as much crap as we give Pasty Dave, being homosexuals, they like gay. I mean, they like manly stuff.
Like Pasty has a Mustang, and Pasty
right,
likes to
and
smoke.
he
loves
likes
cars.
He loves cars. He
loves
likes
his-
to drink.
Loves his weed.
Video
right,
games,
loves his
fantasy.
weed, video games. His
loves Halo.
Right.
He does a lot of guy things.
and Vinny. I mean,
Makes loves to his sister. You know, he does
Right.
a lot of guy things.
I had a sister.
Infatuated with his sister. You know, all kinds
Right,
of guy
right.
things.
Glory holes. And like,
He's all over hetero things.
right,
just a
right.
nightmare,
Even
aren't I,
with
Terry?
Vinny,
Dude,
even
it's
with
not about
Vinny.
being a nightmare. I don't think it's about a nightmare or a pleasant dream. It's really
just an interesting
it's just
thing
a
about
big,
you.
sizable tidbit about you that we all knew, I think, but we never really broke it down in such
Right.
graphic terms. I think you knew this, but you didn't really put it all together like we're doing it right now. We're all, like just putting it all together and realizing how fascinating this is.
But it's not like I hate all those things. I mean, it's just indifference, you know?
no, it's not a difference between you would do it or you wouldn't. You would never do any of those things.
I would never do sports.
You haven't. You've had
I
35
haven't.
years to do
I haven't.
it.
Okay.
When do you ever break out the football and say, "Hot shot, let's have a catch"?
Have a catch.
I mean, I think you get more out of playing tennis than you do playing a catch with hot
Tennis
shot.
does not qualify as a manly sport. I don't care if you want to bring up Andre Agassi and how heterosexual you think he is. He's borderline himself. All right? But he's a lot less of a situation than you are. All right? So just because you played tennis recently doesn't make you a guy.
But he was
Are you
claiming
a
that
guy
I've
or
never
not?
played sports at all in my life. I did when I was little, but I mean, I haven't since then.
Everyone is coerced into playing sports when they're little.
Right.
True.
It's a matter of whether you stick with it as a man, as a adult is the real factor here, and you didn't. You're
played on
only
the-
adding to our case.
I played on the Cube softball team with Bill Rice a few years ago. Mm-hmm. 10 years ago.
You played one game in 10 years. You're only adding to our case. you're not helping your cause.
But my point is that it's indifference. It's not a hatred of these things.
No one says you have to hate it. You just don't like it.
It doesn't matter one way or the other.
I'm not saying you despise these things.
I don't need to go out and play, baseball to prove myself to people.
You don't, but if you liked it, that would make you more of a man, but you don't like it.
But because I would not be good at it if I went and did it.
You don't have to force
yourself. I could not get onto a team like
you don't
other
have to,
people.
You don't have to force yourself to do any of these things, but you'd think you would gravitate towards one of these things. You don't. Don't fight it. It's who you are. The most hetero in the history, assuming you think it's hetero, of the world. You do the sound effects nice.
Yeah, you do.
It's a real manly thing.
Yeah, it is.
You don't see any women doing the rest of that sound effect.
Oh, no, I couldn't even attempt. And the wheel?
And you do have dreams while you're sleeping and peeing about having sexual intercourse with Terry Free in a burnt-down building.
Yeah, one dream, yes.
One.
He wants to fight that.
Yeah. Let it be known it was only one time.
Here I am trying to make a small case for you being a guy. I mean, a quote-unquote guy. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Where can you give me an indication that you're a quote-unquote guy?
Well, I know for myself that I am. I mean, whatever you guys think of me is not really relevant.
And doing the PA for Frosty Frosterman doesn't count. What's that now?
I mean, what you guys think of me doesn't really matter.
Well, it's not what we think. It's not what you think. It's not what... It's what the world considers as guy things.
Why do you care so much what people think of you? That you have to do all of these things?
I don't necessarily care so much. I just started getting on this conversation, and it became quite fascinating to all of us to really spell it out in these terms.
I don't dispute the fascination. I mean, it was surprising to me, too.
I think you were at first quite fascinated yourself, but now you're getting feisty, and you want to fight it, and you want to... He never even got in a fight in his life. Add that to the list.
Right.
Never been in a fist fight in his life.
Never punched anybody.
Never punched anybody in his entire life.
And he's...
Fascinating. That in itself, to me, is quite the streak.
I went to a gun range once.
And did what?
I shot a gun.
Oh,
what do you do there?
No, you got a Three Musketeers out of the vending machine and went home.
Yeah. This is loud here. That sucks.
That was a pretty good shot. So that's a guy thing, but that was
But if you
once.
went back a few times, that would make that significant. The fact that you went once and didn't return is only adding to our case. For a second there, I was thinking, a gun range. Oh, that sounds like something. Yeah, that's a guy thing. But then he never went back.
Right, he said once.
Why didn't you go back? Why aren't you a gun guy? That would make you that's a guy thing.
NRA.
Guys go to gun ranges and fire off the gun.
Sure.
You went once.
He's not really into anything.
I'd rather cook.
Yeah. You're not even a nerdy guy. You're not into Star Wars or any of that crap. Computers.
Right, that's true.
Worse than a nerdy guy.
I'm just awful, aren't I?
Likes to watch Oprah and Dr. Phil and make dinner.
Wow.
And take a nice walk. And that's Stephen Kilbreth. And as I said, there's going to be a nice contingent of women out there that say, hey, I wish my guy was more like that.
Yeah.
A guy that doesn't have to prove himself.
My answer to that is, for how long?
Yeah, until someone tries to mug you.
Stephen, if someone tried to mug you, would you be able to handle yourself as good as the guy's guy that I'm referring to? Or I don't even know who that is, but I know you're not. So can you handle yourself if faced with the prospect of being mugged, yes or no?
Here's my wallet. Enjoy.
I mean, like,
Here's
it's
probably
probably
the proper move.
Right.
But, okay, if somebody unarmed spit in your wife's face, there's nothing you could do about it.
Well, I have not been faced with that situation, so I don't know. I would hope that I would defend her honor.
Someone out there hit on your wife. She would never be in the climate to allow this to happen. He doesn't go close and go to. But let's say you were in some situation like they were at a Seahawk game, and some guy is hitting on your wife and putting his hands on her in a way that obviously is not called for, and it doesn't belong on her in that fashion. How do you handle the situation? Here's my wallet.
Well, I don't want your wallet. I want your wife.
I'd spit my chew in his face. How about that?
He doesn't have an answer.
No,
I would do what I could to defend, but I'm not.
The fact that your voice
I know that I'm not a good.
question.
I know that I wouldn't be necessarily the best defender in the world because I'm not a. I have absolutely no muscle mass, as you stated before. I'm a complete nightmare, and I'm a homosexual. So what's a guy to do in that situation?
He would slap the hand. Get back.
Security.
Or we'd take ourselves out of the situation.
All right.
It's probably better to do that than how you guys would handle it.
And the reality is, you might be right.
Thanks for defending me, fruit boy.
Oh, Jace. No, his wife is amongst those people out there that I'm assuming is very attracted and finds Stephen as as great a guy as she could find.
Right.
Yes.
I'm assuming that. Is that the case, Stephen?
I would assume so as well.
She did marry him.
Check.
All right. She's probably hearing this morning going, oh, jeez.
What did I marry?
What the hell? Why'd you have to tell me that?
And she's looking at her son going, please. No, we're good.
That's nice.
Stephen, there are things you can do to overcompensate so your son is, like, normalized as far as this is concerned, you know. Karate lessons at 4, you know, things like that.
Sure, we'll do that. Should I give him some chew? Would that help? Would that make him a man?
Probably got some in right now. Trying to overcompensate himself before you even get started on him. Him and the nanny spitting in cups.
I'd love to have a nanny.
Is he with the nanny right now? You don't have a nanny.
Well, I guess you would consider her a nanny. It's a person who watches him at her home. So
at whose home?
At her own home.
At her home?
Yes.
Well, it's a pseudo-nanny.
Pseudo-nanny.
Yeah, that's right.
The T-Man.
Now, rounding out the top 5 were Hollywoodland, earning $6 million.
Oh, jeez, I don't know what that is. Anyway, Hollywoodland, yeah, big-time movie. Sounds good. You excited about that, Terry?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on in the world of ours, Terry?
Bizarre story.
Because I don't want to start getting back on the subject we were just on.
Okay.
I think we hit the point pretty hard. I think we hit the nail hard enough on the head, you know what I'm saying? Even though the listeners have come to the phone lines to indicate that we missed one very important factor in that topic we just discussed in the last segment. You're familiar with that topic there, Stephen?
I am, yes.
Right. Listeners feel very disappointed that we neglected to mention, on top of all the heap of stuff we threw in there, Terry.
He used to run a bathhouse.
Not that he used to run a bathhouse, because that hasn't been confirmed.
Okay.
But what has been confirmed,
that would count, though.
that wasn't added to our lengthy list of things that make Stephen the most hetero ever in the world, is that he was the PA announcer for the lesbian basketball team. That's something
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
that the listeners were really disappointed we didn't mention.
Well, keyword is was, so I mean, maybe steps in the right direction.
Wow! He's making progress.
Oh,
to
he's
not being, he's going to give up his title. He's going to have to give up the belt, Terry. He's not going to one day be, he hopes, the biggest hetero in the history of the world. Mm-hmm. He's hoping one day that Vinny the Pooh passes him. Where is Vinny the Pooh? Can I pull him up on this board now today? Is that possible?
Oh, we can.
What? Which one? This one?
Hello?
Oh, jeez.
Wow, there
We've
he
got
is.
VTP.
Wow. Vinny the Pooh. Having to be in another studio this week to get the ball rolling on this brand new studio we're breaking in. He's not allowed to sit in with us because he has to man the ship from across the hall, Terry.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we have a means of making communication contact with him, and we just did. Vinny the Pooh.
What's happening?
Do you have? I asked Stephen a very simple question. Are there things that you could indicate that eliminate any prospect of you not being a hetero? And what would you offer to us?
Well, I like actually I love alcohol.
Well, listen to his voice
Huge
this morning.
alcohol fan.
We can certainly attest to that, Terry. We've seen those situations.
Yes, we have.
Where he's
Firsthand.
Also, a
sideways with the blurred eyes towards us, and we wish we didn't know him. Yes, go ahead. What else you got?
also
Yeah, Stephen's never been drunk.
really.
And he
That's true.
drinks Alaskan Amber.
I do like Alaskan Amber out of the beers.
Yeah.
And he drinks margarita. What is it? Daiquiris.
Daiquiris.
I'll
Strawberry
tell you, that
daiquiri.
Alaskan Amber, that caramel aftertaste is unbeatable. I mean, it really is. It lasts forever.
I can't stand the pea beer, and
The pea beer.
beer.
there's some stuff that's too heavy. So
The daiquiri with a little dollop of whipped cream.
You mean the pea beer that Dumpy drinks?
Yeah,
You mean
I
the pea
can't.
beer that all real, true, manly American men drink?
no, I understand
That
that
pea
is
beer?
that is a manly
That's
beer.
the pea beer you're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
What else do you have for us, Vinny the Pooh?
I'm a fan of the porn. Huge fan of the porn.
Of the porn, yes.
I've played sports
Yes.
consistently.
All right, maybe you don't want to go too far because I don't see you as the biggest athlete in the world.
Oh no, I can attest to that. But
All
I've
right.
played sports.
Okay.
more
I
than
have too.
once.
That could almost work against you. They don't seem to get that. The fact that you played sports and you really weren't quite good at anything and you really don't play anymore
that's true.
adds to the opposing case. But,
You're gay like me.
oh, jeez.
Well,
He likes video games.
yeah, he does. Loves
Love
videos.
the video games.
Well, but he's
And the
also
fact that he throws the word
15 years
"the" in
younger
front of
than I am.
everything is very cool. Very manly. Loves the porn. Loves the video games.
And the alcohol.
Loves the alcohol, Terry.
Loves the club.
These are all things. Loves the club.
Oh, yeah.
Loves to hook up in the clubs.
Yeah, when I was his age, I loved all that stuff.
You
too.
didn't like. You never liked hooking up in clubs. You were never a guy who went to a club looking to just make it happen for one night, bring some babe to Ruckus, and then never call her again. You were never that guy.
No.
Man, you owe it to yourself for one night of that at least. Your wife's got to understand.
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
Mm-hmm. And on top of it all, Terry,
Yes.
he doesn't even use hair gel. Oh, just the dried, everyday, non-product coif.
Yep.
Need I say more?
No.
How do you guys deal with it every day?
We were asking ourselves the same question during the break, Steve, and we really have no answers.
Yeah.
We were hoping you could offer something. You got nothing. All right.
He's a nice guy, though, right? You enjoy hanging out with him.
All these
enjoy having
things.
conversation.
All these things actually would lead towards a strong case of you being a nice guy.
Yeah, I know nice women, too.
Yeah, the guys who drink the PB a lot of times are not nice guys.
True.
But they're real guys. True blood of the core. Guy, all the way through.
I'd rather be myself instead of, trying to put on some facade, if you will, and then, not being who I am.
Well, there's something to be said about that, but it doesn't mean you can't be a real kind of true guy and not be yourself.
I'll start chewing today, then.
Okay,
Make you happy.
I thought
It's
of
not going to
one,
make us happy.
and you can tell me whether or not you think this is kind of a manly thing.
Whether this qualifies?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Terry.
And
Then I'm dying to move on already.
This is for you, Stephen.
Yes.
He does own a boat, and he's, into that kind of thing. Boating and water sports.
With a sail.
No, it's not with a sail.
Right.
I mean, and he does water ski and things like that.
He likes water sports, and you think that's a guy's thing?
Well, water,
Steven,
sure.
quit playing with your dinghy.
Terry, I'm not so sure that that qualifies as making him a guy.
You probably
It
need more
falls
than
under
one
the
thing.
category of guy things.
So, owning a kind of like a speedboat type boat.
Is your boat a speedboat, Steven?
It's a speedboat.
Do you take it up to speeds that push and go beyond the limit of speed allowed on the high seas?
Well, before the engine started overheating, I did, but I don't anymore.
Oh,
so
jeez. Okay, no longer has the boat.
No, he's got nothing.
So you take it to speeds where you could really wreck at any second.
Well, I don't see how it would be easy to wreck, but we could take it to full speed, put the hammer down,
All right, stop trying to use guy like lingo.
Never mind. I was trying, Stephen.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
We all tried for a second there.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn some dust. Eat my rubber. Oh, wait.
What else is going on in the world, Terry, besides the never-denying factor that Stephen is the biggest homo hetero in the world? Yes, go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell you about this bizarre story. It broke yesterday about Anna Nicole Smith's son.
Yeah, we
Her
have audio on
20-year-old
this.
son, yeah.
Right.
Just kind of died, apparently, of what looks like a heart attack. It happened in the Bahamas. Anna Nicole had given birth to her daughter, which
She has one child and loses another.
Yeah.
This is pretty much the same day or what?
pretty
Same week for
same
sure,
week, yeah.
Same week.
Yes.
And her son was in the hospital,
Sleeping next to her. I mean, he went
sleeping
to,
next to her where she was holding her new baby when they realized he was dead.
Right. She woke up, saw him in the chair, and went to wake him up,
All right, now they're saying, and there hasn't been any autopsies done yet to
They're
my
doing it
knowledge.
now.
They're saying her family has already come out and said it's not drug or alcohol related. But
Right.
how is a 20-year-old sitting there in a chair in a hospital, all of a sudden they shake him and he's dead? How does that happen? If he had some unknown heart condition, usually what brings about the death of someone that had an unknown heart condition is a strenuous activity they were just undergoing that causes them to collapse. Sitting in a chair in a hospital doesn't qualify as a strenuous activity last I checked.
True.
So this sounds, and it certainly would fall into the family history if one were to assume that this is a drug-related death.
All right,
he,
getting out of the chair is strenuous, but no, sitting there is not at all.
Right, and he was sleeping.
Sleeping in the chair.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, someone's trying to wake him up, and he can't be woken
She
up because
did.
he's dead.
She tried to wake him up.
Pretty sad.
Yes, very. Maybe he had an aneurysm or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, anything's possible,
But
but
bizarre.
I'm just saying, and the fact that they've come out so quickly saying, hey, it's not drug and alcohol related only leads me to be more suspicious about this 20-year-old dying in that fashion. But, hey, that was what he chose to do, and It's pretty sad that Hannah Nicole has to, in 1 week, gain a new child, but lose the son that was on that program a lot that I used to watch for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was your mom, would you be sampling on the drugs just a tad?
Jeez.
God.
I didn't know sample here.
Yeah. Man.
Anyway, but she did give birth to a daughter in the Bahamas. No
Yes.
word on what her name is yet.
Got a daughter, lost a son. In the casino,
Yeah.
they call that a push, Terry.
Okay, 6 pounds, 9 ounces.
Well, one was older, one was younger. It's not quite a push. If it was baby for baby, it'd be a push.
But you lost in the same week. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes.
Very sad. All right. Anyway. It's just crazy.
Steven, any comments?
I don't know.
Oh, dude.
It's a sad story.
Have we lost you for the morning?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I think it was all being said.
Yes. What else is going on, Terry?
Also,
I can play you audio on the Anna Nicole situation, by the way.
Okay.
We have that I'll play for you later this morning.
Sounds good. British tabloids are reporting this morning that Paul McCartney has offered Heather Mills $73 million to be quiet, pretty much.
Be
to
quiet?
never talk about their 4-year marriage.
Really?
Yes.
He has so much to hide. That $73 million is the going rate for his secrets not getting out.
I guess so, and she'll
Wow.
receive the money over 20 years. However, if she ever utters anything about their marriage, she's done.
Kind of cool to have that kind of shut-up money, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Steven, don't you wish we had that kind of... You had that kind of shut-up morning after what's been going on this morning?
It'd be nice, yeah.
I'll take it!
No, it's fine. Whatever.
$73 million, T-Man, if you don't tell anyone I'm into Alaskan Amber.
It doesn't bother me. I don't, who cares?
I know, you've made that very clear. You're not bothered at all by this conversation. Who would be?
I'm
can't
bothered
think
that
of anyone.
it troubles you so much. That's what the
Doesn't
troubling
trouble
thing is.
me at all. I just find it fascinating to
Well,
have
it is
here a
fascinating.
guy who is, to our knowledge,
Yeah.
heterosexual man who has no heterosexual qualities, aside from the fact that he has a wife and a child.
A boy, by the way.
A boy, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, you're good.
Big man.
1 second he'll go on saying he doesn't care, and then he'll love to interject how he has a boy. He had boy making sex that night, baby.
Oh, yeah.
He made his wife pay. Mm-hmm. Yes, that has been noted on the record. You are the father of a boy. But I don't care, Stephen. If it counts as being fascinated as caring, yes, I care incredibly. I am just incredibly amazed that there could be a man who is a heterosexual man and yet has no true qualities that a man has.
Not even one.
Not one.
When you
Give
went
me
through
one.
admittedly, when you went through the list, it was a little
Eye-opening?
fascinating. Yeah.
Okay, so we can agree on fascinating. But we both don't care. Okay. I'm glad we could have come to an understanding on this. What else is going on,
Under
Terry?
news about that you don't care, The Rock is fed up with people referring to him as The Rock,
Right.
because he's doing the whole acting thing. He wants to pretty much be known as Dwayne Johnson.
I'll tell you,
So-
pussy is always active 9/11, okay?
Okay, I don't know where that came from.
AT.
Yes, John.
I have something I want to say, but obviously I'm falling off the subject right now.
All right. Something tells me that we've dealt with you on occasion going off the subject, so we can handle it today. Yes, John.
Well, I am sicking about each year's of the anniversary of 9/11.
Okay, thanks a lot for that.
He's listening to yesterday's show, I think. He's trying to get caught up.
He tapes every program, Terry.
Yeah.
I know.
And he's a little behind on what's going on in today's show because he's still on yesterday's show. And
Well, he can't hear on hold, so that kind of throws him off.
true.
I think by about 8:36, he'll be caught up and he'll start on today's show.
Okay.
So we'll go back to him then.
He's a
Yes.
day late and rent short.
Also, a lot more people watched the Mannings go at each other on
NBC.
NBC, more than the ABC's 9/11 movie on Sunday night.
You weren't even into the Mannings, were you, Stephen?
I was not, yes.
If it was Peyton Womaning, you'd be all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Woman.
According to this, 13 million people watched part one of the Path to 9/11, while 20.7 million tuned in to watch Peyton and Eli.
Eli against Peyton was a must-watch, Terry, and the
Oh, I
fact that it
know.
turned out to be a good game
It was a good game.
made it so that it was NBC's first renewal of must-see TV since Taxi. Yes. You like Taxi Ninja, Steve?
I did.
Okay, good.
The T-Man.
Fresh off the news that they're cooling off their relationship, Heather Locklear and David Spade had a near miss on Saturday night as they both went to Mastro's Steakhouse in Beverly Hills.
Thanks a nice piece of meat, Terry.
Wow. Okay.
He doesn't look like it.
Yeah, David Spade could use a couple of steaks shoved down his throat, Terry.
We're told David arrived a few hours later and narrowly missed Heather, who left holding hands with the mystery dude.
Oh.
A new friend, perhaps?
I love new friends. Yes.
Good deal. What's the best part about new friends?
Stephen, you a fan of the new friends out there?
Sure. I'd like some new friends.
Yes. Stephen is pretty into MySpace. I will give him that.
Yeah, he is.
In a very seedy way.
Right.
Very guy-like thing. Steve, we've been discussing this all through the break. I'm fascinated by this.
I like a good steak.
And Terry...
Tube steak.
You
See?
really didn't need to throw that in.
Sure
because
didn't.
You thought it was a funny joke, but really just makes it uncomfortable. Anyway, Terry brought up during the break, she said she didn't want to mention it on the air because she didn't want to make you mad. But I have no problem with it. She said, hey, a thing that makes Stephen a guy that he didn't mention is that he had that one-nighter with the lifeguard.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And I said, in response to that, because we discussed it all through the break because we're fascinated by this, the fact that we determined this morning, are the most homosexual, heterosexual in the history of the world, we had that discussion that I countered with, well, Terry, he hates the fact that he had that night and wishes, his number one wish in the world is that he can turn the clock back and take that night back. So that doesn't count.
Right.
I mean, every one-nighter I have, I wish I could go back to just to relive it.
Okay, let's try.
He, on the other hand, wants to go back so he can take it back.
Yeah.
That's not a guy
true.
thing.
That's true.
So that eliminates the guy aspect of it. But he has, yes, so we can't deny that he has had one-nighter. If you consider the fact that he had the one-nighter with the lifeguard who he had worked with for months before. So I don't know if that qualifies as a one-nighter. I see a one-nighter as you go to a club, you meet someone you never met before in your life, you take her home, and you bring her the ruckus like she's never been brought up before.
Yeah, somebody
that,
I know.
Yeah, that's a one-nighter.
Okay, but how about
It's a true one-nighter.
he played with her
I
emotions and all that stuff during...
Or you meet him at Jamba Juice, even though you're married,
Wow.
and you convince him you're really not going to be married that much longer. And, no, that would be wrong.
Things aren't really going well.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Jamba Juice never has to advertise on this
I
program.
know,
it's
ever.
really a shame that we do that to all the other advertisers, and we're going to stop doing it, we promise, because other advertisers pay $500 per commercial on this program, Terry.
Right.
And Jamba Juice is reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's a great place to meet.
Sales are way up. Speaking of plugs, Terry,
Yes.
look at this picture. I don't know how this is happening. On top of all the promos they're playing, when we're not even started down there and embarrassing me thoroughly down in the Bay Area before day one even begins on Monday with their 94.9 wild promos. If you look at this picture that's on the internet of two pretty hot girls at the Raider game last night holding up sign cards. What do you call these, Dilly? What do you call these deals?
Placards.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're called that or not. But
Holding up sign cards that say
Poster
Raider
board.
Nation. And in the corner, it says the T-Man in the Morning Show. Now,
Oh.
we haven't even started yet.
Yeah,
you got to give them credit, though.
sure.
That's cool. They're excited about it.
Woo.
I just like seeing two girls at a Raider game.
Yeah.
Looking like these girls. Two Latina-looking women, Terry.
Hot lady.
Holding up signs. Yeah, I have to admit that this looks kind of cool. That say the T-Man in the Morning Show. In the lower left-hand corner. A little lower. Right in the middle.
Can't wait to meet them personally, huh? Go on out, shake some hands with some
Yeah.
new listeners.
These Raider fan babes
Right?
are going to be pretty cool.
Good.
They're more guy-like than Steven, I guarantee you that, even though they're very feminine.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to a Raider game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's because I had to drag you there.
You didn't have to
So I
drag
did
me. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did have a good time. Don't tell anymore. Anyway. Wow. No, it was fun. Steven was into the game.
Yeah.
Then we had a sprint from the Oakland County Coliseum to the airport on foot. That was a guy-like thing, Steven.
Yeah, we had an issue there, that's for sure.
Couldn't find a cab.
Wow.
20-minute walk. Had to carry Steven because of his shin splints. And we had to dodge urination on the way out of the stadium because, as you know, you've heard about a number of times, Terry, Raider fans pee off the upper deck. Yes.
Right.
What else is going on in the world, Terry, please?
Well, it seems as though body sprays for boys are really in these days, and now schools around the country are considering banning them.
Well, what's wrong with body sprays? Too many lungs being, was it bad to inhale?
Yeah, it's an overwhelming scent, and they're like over-spraying, I guess.
Over-spraying. Guys are overdoing the body spray.
Yeah,
are they using it in lieu of showers? Because I'll tell you this. I have to admit to you, Terry, that I didn't shower every day. I didn't start showering every day till I was in college, because in high school I knew I wasn't hooking up, because that just was very clear that no girl was remotely interested in me.
Right.
So I didn't shower every day. And if there was body spray, body spray and cologne are two different things, right or wrong?
Yes.
Body spray's lighter, and you can just put it all over your body.
Yeah.
Cologne, 2 squirts, and you're smelling crazy.
Right.
This is different.
Right.
And if there was that body spray, like Tag and stuff like that they have now, if that was available when I was in high school, I would have never showered. Just been body spray every day. And then when I thought I had a chance of hooking up in college, once things maybe started coming around a little bit, started coming out of my shell a little bit, started saying, not stupid things all the time to women, I just made them walk away, and I started getting, a little bigger, and I wasn't Ribby Robbie anymore.
Right.
I started showering every day. See, I see no point in showering unless you're going to get laid.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know if that, my son showers every day.
I bet you put a lot of emphasis on that, though.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yes,
I'm all into grooming.
You're very pro-showering mom.
Yes.
My mom didn't really care.
Oh, jeez.
Get out of here, Stinky. Go to school.
Yeah, I can't. I'm surprised that your mom wasn't.
No, she wasn't
adamant.
She wasn't a big adamant, you must shower today and every day kind of mom.
Well, they're talking about like Axe body spray and Tag, which
I really wish my mom was more like you in the you must shower. It would have instilled. I think maybe, I don't know. It would have been cool to shower every day in high school. If I could go back, turn back the hands of time.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I would make Steven walk away from the lifeguard, and maybe I would have showered every day in high school.
Well, I guess it's just when you sit in the car with them and.
But with the body spray.
Yeah, and that's
who
the
needs
thing,
the
right.
shower?
Right,
Yeah.
that is true.
It's shower in a can.
It is pretty much, and it is just a big cloud of mist, and it is kind of.
And the women love it.
And it's only like $3 or $4.
Well, according to the commercials, the women love it.
Yeah, according to the
Is
commercials.
that all it is? $3 or $4?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
it must be great stuff.
Must smell terrific.
It doesn't smell bad. I think it's. They have body wash and all that with
You
it.
love the young boys to begin with, Terry.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're already on the right track with them, and then the body spray just puts it over the top.
Well, but I think it also. I actually think now with the body spray, yes, they can overdo it, but they do have the body wash and things like that. But I think
Well, body wash and body spray are two different things. Body spray, you don't get wet. You just put it on, and it's as wet as you're going to get.
Right.
Body wash, you're in the shower and you're washing your body.
Right.
Completely different things.
No, I
you don't combine the two.
understand that.
Right. Yes.
But like, for example, my son will wash with the body wash, and then.
Right, your son is a beautiful hygiene guy. We know that.
No, but I'm saying that at high school they don't shower, and they don't have time to shower and stuff, and so he does.
Who showers in school?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You don't shower, you don't crap in school. Two rules you know from day one.
I didn't crap till senior year.
That's right.
First time.
So that's where the body spray comes in, and that's why schools are getting a little overwhelmed with this, is because you have like a bunch of kids.
I would have rather
boys
dug a hole behind the football field stands and gone Dougie than gone in the bathroom and have people walk in and make fun of me. You need that? Plus, remember the toilet paper in high school? I don't know what it's like now, but it was those little.
It's just as bad.
It was like sandpaper.
Yeah, exactly.
It was never a thought.
I have a delicate butt.
You hold it in. You hold it until it comes out your ears if need be, too.
Oh, man.
Just to let you know.
So why are they banning body spray? I don't
Because
understand.
it's just such an overwhelming
The
spray.
hallways are filled with just particles of body spray matter.
Right. And like it
Those commercials really are targeting boys, making them think girls will love
14,
them.
Yeah, 13, 14-year-old boys. And the thing is,
Are the 14-year-old girls loving boys with body spray?
I have no idea.
Let's find out.
According to this, sales
Let's
to
have some
use
14-year-old girls come down here. We'll put on all kinds of body spray.
Okay. How about Friday? We go to a high school game and figure it out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
What do you think, girls? Sir, stay away from me.
Yeah.
Stephen, what do you think about this?
That sounds fun.
Wow, you're just completely out of it this morning. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was I put up. Wow. Let's see what's going on at Wild 94.9, Terry. I love Kissy and JoJo. Okay.
Anyway, sales are forecast to hit $8 billion annually by 2008.
Billion in body spray. 8 billion in body spray purchases.
Yes.
That's a lot of squirts.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Vanna Pooh.
Yeah.
Speaking of a lot of squirts.
Oh, boy.
You're 21, correct?
Yes.
You a
sir.
body spray guy, or are you 22 now, or what?
Actually, I'm 22.
You're 22. Why didn't you correct me?
Well, I
said you were 21.
I was
You
in
didn't
the
correct
heat of
me.
the body spray young age.
You already feel like you're getting old. You're already starting to make... I wouldn't call that a lie because he didn't say it, but he didn't correct me either, Terry.
Right.
When was his birthday?
February was the birth.
So you're long since 22, and you didn't correct me. You're starting to get a little concerned at 22 that you're...
Yeah, my glory days are kind of like behind me, and I'm
Really?
just relive. I'd like to relive.
Past your prime.
Yeah.
Is your brother a big body spray guy?
My brother is a huge
See?
body spray guy.
Does it really only cost $3-4?
Yes.
The Axe or whatever it's called?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Axe and there's Tag.
Yeah, he's a huge body spray guy.
Does he take showers every day?
I don't think so.
That's how I would roll, Terry. Yeah!
I mean, not to, put him on Front Street or anything.
Time
but
to act up!
Jeez.
Tag down! Jeez. Act up, tag down, shower twice a week. That's what I would do. That's what I would... And, what about you? You body spraying it at all? You passed the body spray window?
I'm past the body spray window.
No 21-year-old, no 22-year-old can body spray. Where's the body spray cutoff line?
He can afford your car now, so he's moved on from body spray.
Wow. Got yourself a bottle of Obsession, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Giacomo? Yeah. So what are you doing? You're showering every day. You have no choice?
Yes.
And where's the body spray cutoff? Is it at 17 or what?
I would
17
say-
pushing it or what?
17, early 18.
Are you hearing that they may outlaw in the hallways of your local high schools, they may outlaw body sprays?
Well, I mean, I don't see why. It's not-
I'm trying to figure out the point.
Too many kids are using it, man.
Yeah,
The whole room
I mean,
just
you've got
smells.
like
Saturated with body
Yeah,
spray.
the whole
you've got
That's
like
true.
20 boys in there all wearing different types of Axe and Tag.
And none of them have showered since July. I love it.
Yeah.
And they're hooking up on top of that.
So the commercial promises.
Because the body spray masquerades the odor that lies underneath.
Right.
I love that.
Or it smells like body spray and BO, one of the two.
I got hideous underarm BO. But you can't tell because I just lathered up in Tag.
There you go.
How much of the spray do you need?
A lot of squirts.
Yeah, I would think so.
$4 a bottle, you can make it happen.
Yeah. I mean,
So you never were in the body spray window there, Vanna the Pope?
No, because this is what like a new thing, right? Like within the last
it's really,
year.
yeah, within probably the
Last
last
2 years?
2 years, I would
Yeah, I've
say,
been out
has
the-
really, really taken off.
I've been out the window a minute, so.
It's taken off, and anything
Yeah.
that takes off in high school, they must put an end to.
Well,
Still popular?
they're just saying that,
We're
it's a
concerned.
little overwhelming with the scent.
And you think they're right on with this?
I think so, a little bit. I mean, you have people who have like asthma problems and things like that who have sensitive smell issues.
Kill brought the tail on him in middle school.
Right. So I think that's their biggest concern.
So what are they going to do to enforce this law? What are they going to do if they do put a ban on body sprays and a kid has body spray on? And he denies that he's wearing it. What are they going to do?
Well, they have a sniff detector at the door now.
Well,
a
yeah.
body spray o-meter?
Yeah, it's not hard to, I mean, believe me, you can tell.
But he's looking you right in the eye, and he's telling you that he didn't smoke any weed, and he doesn't have any body spray on. You going to say that he's lying and kick him out of school or kick him out for the day?
Well, if you actually can smell something on him that smells,
Well, I don't know what you're smelling. I didn't put anything on. Now what?
go home and shower or get in the...
Yeah, and nobody eats corn nuts sober. You smoked weed.
Principal, you going to make me shower again? No principal is going to force some 16-year-old to shower because it'll be all over the papers.
Well, then they go home.
Unenforceable rule. Get used to it. Get stronger lungs. Those with asthma. Body
geez.
spray. A body spray is here to stay.
Rather have the stinky kids, I think.
Oh, jeez. Really?
That's what they're saying.
Rather have the BO back?
Whoa!
Well, then you enjoy.
The T-Man.
This week, there will be a big public memorial for the crocodile hunter either tomorrow or Wednesday. Fans could say goodbye to Steve Irwin in a stadium in Australia that could handle 52,000 people.
Wow.
His funeral was very small. His widow, relatives, and close friends shared stories about Irwin around a campfire.
Oh, that's nice.
So sad.
Around the campfire, Terry, they didn't want anything big, but the people in Australia feel like they need to grieve as well.
Right.
So they're going to hold a memorial outside of what the family's wishes were, so that people can come and have a moment as one.
Right.
52,000-seat stadium prepared to memorialize the crocodile hunter. Yes.
It's very sad.
Yes, it is. What else you got there, Terry? What else is going on, please?
Got a story out of Australia about
nice segue. You're always very reliable in that fashion.
Trying very hard.
Same newspaper.
Yeah.
What do you got?
About a 50-year-old woman who was in the Court of Appeals yesterday for what she did back in February of 2000.
An Australian Court of Appeals, Terry. It's murder. Go ahead.
Yeah, what she did is kind of crazy. First of all, she stabbed her husband.
I'm assuming it would be, or else you wouldn't be telling us about a story from Australia, Terry. She stabbed her husband?
She stabbed her husband 37 times with a butcher's knife.
37 times with a butcher's knife?
Yeah. Then she...
Specific butcher.
Yes, from Blockbusters?
Then she skinned him.
She skinned him?
She skinned him.
Yes.
And then
9 ways to skin a husband.
she decapitated his body.
Okay, so she was a little angry is what you're saying.
A little angry, yes. And then she took flesh from his butt and cooked it up with some vegetables and was going to serve it to his children as a meal.
So she whooped up some ass meat is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
So at least she made dinner.
A little rump roast.
Right. Wow.
Is that just a crazy woman or what?
At least she didn't neglect her duties that night, Terry. And she made some dinner.
Man.
Right?
Yes, she did.
Just
She
shows. You can kill your husband doesn't mean you have to miss out dinner.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She made some ass meat.
So they're not her kids, I take it?
I don't know.
Well, the way you read the story, the way you're looking at it and reading it right now, Terry, I would assume the way it's written, it would imply that it's not her children,
Right.
it's his children.
Right.
And she doesn't seem to be so fond of them either by serving them ass meat from their dad.
And she was very...
what's your whoop up tonight? This smells great.
Yeah.
You either have lasagna or your dad.
Trust me, kids, there are plenty of leftovers. Because your dad was not a small guy.
So tender.
What did he do, Terry? That you stabbed him 33 times with a butcher's knife?
They were just having relationship problems, apparently.
That's all it takes to get stabbed 33 times. It's not like the good old days where you had to actually be caught in the act of cheating on your wife. Now you can just be not so in love anymore. And she'll stab you and skin you.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Right. Wasn't on any kind of drugs or anything like that. Just has a little violent, tendency there.
I would call that a violent tendency.
Yeah.
Yes. Because if it wasn't a violent tendency, she would have stopped it 31 times.
Right. Maybe not skinned somebody either.
But the happy ending here is that she's incarcerated.
Yeah.
She's got to spend the rest of her life thinking about what she did.
Pretty much.
They asked for that ass meat medium rare, and she burned it. She deserves to sit and think about that now.
She had a little veggie mix and gravy with the butt meat.
How come I didn't hear? This is a wild story. How come I didn't hear about this before now? If it happened in February, about a wife.
February 2000, though.
Oh, February 2000.
Yes,
Well,
and it
then how
happened
come I
in
didn't
New
hear-
South Wales, Australia.
Fine, it happened in Australia, but still, this is fascinating a story enough. A wife killing her husband, then serving his ass meat to his kids. That is pretty interesting a story enough that I would have heard about it. It's the first I'm ever hearing about this.
Yeah, I know.
Steven, you hear about this story?
I have not, no.
Hear about this? It's my Jay Leno, Terry.
Okay.
Actually, how come I haven't heard about it is my question.
I don't know. I can't
Can I see the
answer that.
story?
But you can. That is just...
It's nice to have the recipe on there for you, though. Jeez.
You don't have that in your recipe book?
No.
human butt meat.
Yeah, I need to get an ass book, I guess.
I guess so.
44-year-old John Price was stabbed 37 times. She then skinned him. Oh, my gosh.
I know.
It's worse than he even said, Terry. She skinned him and hanged his his skin from the meat hook in there. Or is there I don't know what this means.
Well, if you have a meat hook in your house,
Right.
you're a little off.
Get what's coming to you.
Now, give me the Phillips. We got to put this up here.
She took flesh from his butt, from his buttocks, it says. She took flesh from his buttocks.
Buttocks?
And cooked it and served it with vegetables.
So do the kids actually eat it?
No, police got there prior.
Making sloppy johns tonight.
Sloppy Johns.
Literally.
Hey.
Oh, gross.
She was looking to, she's serving a life sentence.
Yep.
First Australian woman to ever get a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
According to that story.
Man.
And she's trying to appeal it. Yeah, okay.
Well, it was upheld, right?
Yesterday, the Court of Appeals upheld her sentence, saying, you know what, I don't really see you on the streets as a contributing member to society.
Right.
I don't see you traveling in any fried-out combis anytime soon. Nice 1983 reference. Thank you so much.
I think you're better.
That's all I know about Australia. And I enjoy the Olympics. Anyway.
Yeah, the Olympics are fun.
Yeah, that is a pretty serious story, Terry.
I know.
February 2000.
Jeez.
I never heard this one, but safe to say that a woman who needs to spend a little bit more time in jail is going to be doing just that.
We never heard about it because we were in our Y2K bunkers.
Was that you?
Right. Yeah.
It was so dark down there, I didn't know that was you.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Terry. It's breaking news that the sentence has been upheld by the Court of Appeals.
Figured that one out.
What was she trying to get off on appeal?
You have the story, I don't know.
The police gathered the evidence wrong? I'm sorry.
Loophole.
Not good enough. Yeah. Oh, you're right. They shouldn't have entered before they did.
Right.
Not going to work this time. You're spending life in jail, honey. Skin Bertha now as your cellmate there. Let's see how she likes it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to make her mad. Don't make her angry.
What, if she doesn't have a butcher's knife, she's not so tough, is she?
Well, but it's amazing what they can probably do in jail with whatever, any kind of utensil or whatever they're given.
All right.
Make the toothbrush into a shank.
That's right.
Okay, what else is going on, Terry? What else is happening, please?
Interesting study finds that people on Paxil, which is an antidepressant.
You ever had any good butt meat there, Stan?
Not that I know of. I can't think of any.
Well, you serve it with gravy and some vegetables like she did, and I'm imagining it may be quite the delicacy. You'll have to tell me.
I bet you wouldn't even know the difference.
Mm-hmm. Tastes like chicken. Give it a shot.
It does.
How come everything foreign tastes like chicken?
She put his butt flesh in a pot.
I know.
And whooped it up, Terry.
I know that.
Cut it up.
Do you cook that over a medium flame? How do you go about that?
I think so.
Stephen, you would be... You simmer that? Do you have to bring that to a slow boil or what?
I would think you'd put it in the oven, like a pot pie, a butt pot pie.
Oh, jeez. Well, let Marie Callender get working on that one.
Oh, gosh.
Swanson's got to come up with something quick.
Might be better than the Salisbury steak.
Because the world, what if you found out that's been ass meat all along? Not surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
What about Paxil now, Terry? What is Paxil? Is that a heart medication?
No,
what
it's an antidepressant. They say that people who are on Paxil are twice as likely to have a quote-unquote hostility event than people who took a placebo. So you're supposed
hacking up your husband 37 times and making ass meat?
Maybe so. Here you are supposed to be all mellowed out by this stuff, and no.
Nothing seems like a violent episode after hearing this story. I mean, is this as violent as a woman could possibly get? Can you think of anything that's more violent?
No.
Could a woman potentially get any more violent than this? Is there anything she could have done? Is there anything this Australian woman could have done that would have made this a more horrifying situation?
I mean, no. Nothing. Can't even imagine.
I mean, the 37 times
that
she stabbed him was enough.
Right.
Then she decapitated him and cooked up his ass meat.
Skinned him.
That's
the crazy thing. Whip his flesh off and hang it in a hook.
That's the crazy thing.
I mean, that's a chore to skin a human being, right?
Oh.
You start from, the throat and go all the way down, and you have to rip it off and then hang it up to dry.
I had you going from feet first.
God.
Why don't you guys work this out during the break? How about that?
For relationship
crazy
problems. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because their marriage is breaking up for whatever reason. How about you're crazy?
The divorce process doesn't seem like that much of a big deal after what she went through to rid herself of her spouse.
Didn't catch him with someone else.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. Doesn't say that at all.
Yeah. Right.
And it does point out that she was tested thoroughly and she wasn't on any drugs or alcohol at the time.
Yep.
She was completely sober.
Just pissed off.
According to experts that did interview her, she has a violent personality.
No.
And was intent. She was intent upon claiming the life of her husband in a relationship that was failing.
Jeez.
And the belief, according to the testimony just given at the appeals hearing, the belief is that if she's released, she's likely to inflict injury or death on others. I don't know how you can make that assumption.
Thanks,
Can you imagine her profile like on Match.com or something, you know?
There's no word, there's no evidence that would lead anyone to believe that she was ever a beaten woman.
Right, right.
Because those beaten women can snap, from what I hear, Terry.
Yeah, and it's not like, from the story at least.
That's the only thing from holding me back from giving my wife a big whooping.
Whoa. Don't want to get skinned?
A big whooping.
Is that they say those beaten women, Terry, they tend to act out all of a sudden without any notice in violent ways.
Sure.
So you may want to think twice about beating your woman.
Yeah.
Because these women apparently are capable of doing damage to you.
Yeah, didn't you see The Burning Bed? Farrah Fawcett.
Wow, that was quite the movie, I'm sure, Terry. Remind me to get that on DVD immediately. What happened in The Burning Bed?
She was a beaten woman, and she had had enough, and so while he was
husband?
sleeping, she burned his bed.
Dumped gasoline on him.
Dumped gasoline, and
Really?
yes.
And then on Wednesday
I
night,
think-
she was on Charlie's Angels, and you're
Yes.
supposed to buy that?
Yes.
Pretty sure that was post Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
Not much post, though.
No, it wasn't.
I never heard of this movie.
Never heard of The Burning Bed?
I think it was
Yeah.
based on a true story.
It was.
Yes.
And they chose Farrah Fawcett to be the star?
I guess so.
As Meredith Baxter Birney was not yet available.
She was actually working at that point.
Right, yeah.
Well, those things happen.
I know.
It doesn't say in the story that she was a beaten wife. She just wanted to get rid of her husband. Things aren't working out. I think I'm going to stab you 37 times and cook your ass meat. How about I just leave? How would that work for you? Would that be all right? Because I would rather not be in a pot with my ass cooking.
That's just nutty.
This is scary.
It is very.
I mean, if I'm reading the story, this was a woman that was beaten for years, I would be like, okay, it makes sense now to some degree. I can make some sense out of this.
She snapped. Yeah, whatever. But you can't.
But you can't. This makes the potential of any woman just deciding to do this available. It's a possibility.
Scary.
Doesn't take a woman being beaten. Doesn't take a woman being cheated on and walking in on it. She just can decide, yeah, the relationship's not working out, so let me kill you!
Definitely buying a flak jacket today.
Don't you have one left over from Y2K?
I do. Yes. Doesn't fit any more of those problems.
The T-Man.
The Seattle Police Department needs your help to catch criminals, and it could mean a new job for you.
Oh,
the
that
police
sounds
department
nice.
looking to hire more communications officers and dispatchers.
Right.
You might see this new recruiting billboard on 4th Avenue South and Walker Street right now. Officers
I see it.
unveiled
Yes.
it today.
Nice.
Police say they already have a lot of qualified people applying for those jobs. They hope, though, that the new billboard will bring in even more.
So far, it hasn't been a big challenge, but we always are trying to find the best, and you have to use every medium possible to do it.
Sounds like a pretty good job being a dispatcher, Terry. Pretty easy, pretty
Sure,
safe.
sure.
Pays probably decent enough.
I would say so, yeah.
I mean, I don't get the perks like the people that are really manning the streets, as police officers tend to do, Terry, as far as, pulling over that hot 19-year-old that wants a little break on her speeding ticket. You don't get that kind of perk. I know you love hearing about that. But, nonetheless, sounds like a pretty good job for someone looking, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get that great perk of, officer, is there any way we can make this thing go away?
Right.
But you could still steal money from the, you can still steal, like, counterfeit money from the evidence room, right?
Sure.
So there is some perks.
Oh, absolutely.
You're on site, so that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bag of marijuana. They'll never miss it.
They haven't measured it yet.
Yes. So there are some perks, not all the great perks. Being on the floors.
Even though this looks blue, I'm still going to try to pass it as a $100 bill.
I want to show my my card as far as working for the police office.
Oh, there you go.
They're not going to doubt me. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to apply. Anyway.
Well, you got the experience. You're a communications guy.
That is true.
That's right.
Hey.
Let me tell you. I'll be sure to get them out where they need to go ASAP.
I do what now?
Yes. You ever need what? Right. Got it?
Oh, that'd be great to see you.
Yeah. You want to see me do that job, Terry? Yeah. I don't know if I...
little stressful, I think, those jobs.
I don't know if I have the attention span.
Right, exactly.
I'd be like, yeah, someone's being... Yeah, what else you got there?
What are you wearing?
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Hey, look, 4 hours is up. I'm out of here.
Right.
Because that was my last job.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't do 8 hours.
Okay.
That was the joke, really.
What else is... I love when Terry explains your jokes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What else is going on in the world, Terry? What else is happening? I'm not really comfortable with the way the phone situation is set up here. I know a lot of people have been waiting, and I see... Oh, even Christopher in West Seattle, Terry's on the line.
Whoa.
Although I see people waiting. The way the phone system is set up in this new studio right now, it's not very user-friendly for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm not able to take as many calls as maybe I would be taking in this particular show. But they have informed me that the new Tello system, Terry, the new phone system is going to be set up after today's show.
Oh, good.
Wow.
We'll see if that happens. We won't. Hold our breath.
Oh, they just delivered bear claws. Nothing's getting done.
Yeah, that's ruling every possible thing that they could have had on their agenda out for today. What else is going on, Terry?
Well, this may be an interesting tidbit to you, T.
For me personally?
For you personally.
Yes.
According to
I love when you get personal, Terry.
Oh, do you?
Why don't you start off by saying, T-Man?
T-Man?
Let's get personal.
Get personal.
And no, I'm not interested.
Okay.
What else you got there, Terry?
Anyway, according to a recent study.
This is still the thing for me?
Yes.
Okay, yes, go
The
ahead.
personal thing for you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Terry, Christopher in West Seattle's waiting.
Well, that's nice. You can keep waiting.
Okay.
Whoa.
The more sex a woman has while she's pregnant,
Right.
apparently the more sex she wants after she gives birth.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Stephen, you better get over there.
I may do what?
You better get over there. Anyway.
Pretty interesting.
Make that happen. Anyhow, so you're saying if I were to give my wife sex on a nightly or twice a night or three times a night,
however often she wanted it, sure.
I will be setting up the framework for her being this horned out new mom second time around after the baby's born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wanting it all the time.
How much time do I have to think? How much thinking time do I have to realize if I really want that or not?
Well, I don't know. Play the music and give yourself that amount of time.
Is that how it works around here?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, a bit. How much do I have to give her? How much qualifies to get her really good and horned up for after the... Because that's what you said, right? Am I following you right?
Yes.
You're looking at me like I'm saying something weird. Am I following the story? Okay, you're just looking at me weird because I'm a weird-looking guy.
No.
I see.
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Oh, I'm not finished.
Oh.
Okay.
It doesn't actually give a certain amount of time.
Right.
Or
what
time.
What am I supposed to think is the right amount of sex to keep her all lubed and ready to go after the fact?
Is she pretty, horny now, always asking for it?
Not really.
Really? Well, I mean,
From you. I hear her on the phone a lot, whispering. But, it won't be a lot. Like, yesterday she did ask for sex, Terry.
She asks?
Yes.
Really?
Well, she said, I would like sex. Well, I don't know if she said it like that, but more or less, she pointed out that she had just put our son down for a nap, and...
Hey, honey, we can do a little fun stuff here.
She asked me if I was prepared to give her a quickie. And I said, that's all I'm ever prepared for. And but that doesn't happen all that often. I'd say that happens maybe once a week where she requests.
Right.
Most often it's me requesting, Terry.
Sure.
But every once in a while she'll surprise me.
You like that.
Well, she knows that there's going to be a point where you're going to stop giving it to her because you don't like to harm the baby.
Well, that was the case first time around.
This time,
but second baby syndrome, it's like,
screw this baby, or forget this baby.
Yeah.
First baby turned out fine.
Whatever. Have a cigarette.
I'm already playing with house money now.
Nice. Everything's a gambling
I
reference.
expect I'll be drawing the hell out of her until the day she goes into labor.
There you go. So let's say you do it like 3-4 times a week.
I don't know if we get that high, Terry, because usually when she requests, I am there to make it happen for her. But a lot of times when I request, not the same situation. And I'm supposed to be sensitive because she's in a pregnant state.
So she called you to make requests at home, too. Can I make a request?
Yes. She asked for Neo, and then she asked for a quickie.
Wow, not in that order every time, though.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Do you guys always have music?
Do we play music? She's a big music fan during sex, too.
Is she?
Yes.
Because I've noticed that anytime we have talked about your little sessions, that there's always music involved. Because I think one time it was Usher.
Well, that's how we had conception happen with the first child. That's why you remember that.
Right.
Yes.
Well, what was playing?
Glad you're taking notes on this.
This last conception.
What's that now?
What was playing on the last conception?
Last conception? What did we play? Oh, actually, I think she threw in, and this is it's indicating that I think maybe the artist she picks is more than just the music she likes. It kind of makes her forget about me and think about them. The second child, she put in an R. Kelly CD.
She's thinking about R. Kelly?
Yeah, she's thinking about being a 14-year-old girl and having her face urinated on, apparently, Terry. And that allows her to forget that I'm the one having sex with her. If I'm not, I can't be 100% sure.
What the hell did you play from R. Kelly?
If you allow me a second, I may remember. For some reason, I'm saying R. Kelly, but I'm not sure that's right.
He's got a ton of slow songs.
I know he does.
Yeah, I'm thinking R. Kelly. It could have been Babyface. Yeah, I remember it was something old school, very old school, like the older school stuff. And she threw in something like that. And we didn't have Baby Making Sex for very long. It was like 10 sessions. And then by the end of the month, she told me she was pregnant, which was actually, as I have indicated to you maybe, I think I have, there was quite a bit of disappointment that the Baby Making Sex was over before it started.
You didn't even get to finish the CD.
Right.
Damn.
I'm actually thinking it was Babyface now.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yes. She wanted to be peed on by Babyface, not R. Kelly.
I don't think Babyface
damn, she got pregnant.
And this gets her pregnant.
Yeah?
Thoughts of Usher and Babyface, and I think there may have been some R. Kelly somewhere along the way, but...
No Keith Sweat, though, huh? Because Keith Sweat has always had that reputation. Baby making music.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, remind her of that. Anyway.
Terry's got 5. She knows.
Exactly. Yeah, Keith Sweat should be paying child support.
Terry did more than Sweat. Anyhow, so what are you telling me now? I need to have
more sex with her.
If I want her
while she's pregnant.
Wow. Wow, she's pregnant.
While she's pregnant.
If I want her to have the libido be high after she gives birth, I have to continue to have sex with her on a regular basis. But you're giving me no understanding of what a regular basis is. You're giving me nothing.
Well, they don't give me anything.
Wow, reading the story, Terry, you're offering me nothing. Okay, so let's move along. What else do you have? And then I'm going to take a couple of calls, whether I have to stretch all the way over there or not. Good.
Tough life we lead, man. We got to stretch all the way over there.
It'd be a lot easier if I was a police dispatcher.
Yes, it would be.
Go ahead. Guarantee they don't have to reach so far to take a call. Right?
I'm going to give you a nice little story about New York's gay bathhouses. Apparently, you should see the places at 6 p.m. before all the guys have to go home to their wives. Pretty crowded joint.
I'm not following anything you're saying. What are you saying now?
New York City's gay bathhouses are real crowded.
You're calling out New York City's gay bathhouses.
Well, I'm not, but the story is.
Well, you are, in effect. They're overrun with men. They can't keep the place anything but filled with men. And what's the significance of this?
Well, they say that at 6 o'clock p.m., all of a sudden everybody leaves. All the fellas leave because they got to go home to their wives.
So the secretive life that New York City males are leading is big time in the volume of men that are living double lives.
Double lives.
Right.
Bonus lives.
2 lives.
And if that weren't the case, then all these men wouldn't be putting their suits back on and making like work just ended and going home to their families.
Right.
From birthday suit to the pinstripes. Everyone wears pinstripes.
Apparently, renting a room.
The pinstripe suit didn't take such a beating.
No.
But the birthday suit did.
Big beating.
And these men are married with families.
Yeah.
Their wives,
of all ages.
Their wives thinking they're at work, when in reality, they took an Aloha Tuesday.
Aloha.
Aloha, is that a universal description for taking off work at lunch?
Early, yeah.
Or is that just around here?
Who knows?
Do most businesses call that an Aloha Day, Stephen, when you, or is it just around here that we call it that?
That's the first place I heard it was here, so.
Yeah, I've never heard it any place else but here, so I don't think anyone knows what we're talking about. But they leave at lunch. Their wives think they're putting in a hard full day's work, but in reality, they're bathhousing it all afternoon long.
Yeah, because they're in New York. You can rent for 4 hours, and it'll only cost you $21 a room.
All right, the bathhouse?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good rate.
I would say so.
I mean, from what I hear, Terry.
Yeah.
If you got a club card.
They have about 100 rooms for rent. They're about 6 feet by 8 feet with a small bed.
Now, did you read this story purposefully because we're leading into Christopher from West Seattle here, Terry? Is that what you're doing?
Well, kind of, maybe. Actually, I just thought
Christopher from West Seattle is a new caller, but it's very clear that he's as queer as they come.
Oh, the queeriest. Boy.
I don't know where this guy came from, Terry, but Christopher from West Seattle is a gay man.
The crookedest street in the world.
Stephen is the most homosexual, heterosexual man in the world, and gay phone operator. I'm sorry. Christopher in West Seattle. I don't know who gay. Christopher in West Seattle, Terry.
Yes.
Is as homosexual as a homosexual can be. Otherwise known as a flaming fill in the blank. Anyway. Should I take his call first, Terry?
Sure.
Since I just pretty much
introed him.
I'll make him wait through a break. Come on, he loves it.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. And yes, the aforementioned Christopher from West Seattle is on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
It's nice to hear from you. You're a new caller on the program. It's been interesting hearing from you over the past couple of weeks. Not really. Yes.
Well, I like the show. I listen every day.
Well, it's nice to hear.
I do.
Yes.
And $21 for a room, you can get one in Seattle for $12.
Oh, really?
But for 4 hours?
No, you get it for $12.
$12. But how many hours?
12 hours.
12 hours, $12?
Wow, $1 an hour.
It's the dozen deal. The dirty dozen.
And you can renew it, too.
Renew it.
All right, I want to talk about all this gay stuff.
You can't renew the elasticity in your private area.
Oh, jeez, if only you could.
Yeah, throw a new one in there.
Dr. Magabat's been on his computer trying to blueprint away for you for some time.
Well, they in this story, they claim that bathhouses are probably one of the cleanest and safest places to
have gay sex?
To hook up, yes.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
No, they are.
right.
They provide condoms and everything.
With all those gay oogies sitting there on the jacuzzis? Come on.
They provide condoms and everything. What is everything?
Gay oogies on jacuzzis.
There's no jacuzzi in the bathhouse.
Really? There's no
bath.
life water?
There's no bath in the
No,
bathhouse.
there's no bath.
That's
There's no
shocking
bath.
to me.
There's just a
No, there's
front.
showers, but there's no jacuzzi. That's old school. Some of the upper elite ones might have jacuzzis and
All I know of bathhouses is in the movie Rounders. Remember Kanish in the movie Rounders?
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Didn't he come out of a bath?
Yeah, it's like a Turkish bathhouse. That's like a customary thing. That's different.
But that's still gay.
Well, but they use the term bathhouse as a front. That's the loophole of them not getting shut down.
Right.
No, it's a private men's club.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear me describe the
Is it
the
really
room?
accurate to call it private men's clubs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I read an article in The Stranger about the one that this fella loves, and they made it sound disgusting.
And that article, that was a bad article. 'Cause that-
Well,
That's a bad article. It's giving him
No,
a bad
it's
name.
Just a really nice.
No, the guy that wrote the article was jaded because his ex-boyfriend went there and cheated on him all the time.
Oh, geez. So it's more or less just storage units for gay men.
pretty much.
Is that what it's like?
It's not even the walls that go all the way to the top. It's like a tanning booth.
You seem to be well versed on the ins and outs.
I read the article.
Of the bathhouse.
I was fascinated.
Sure, you were just reading.
Read the article.
yeah.
You got so
Love
much from what you read in black and white.
That's right.
Anybody wants to go, I'll show him.
Oh,
Listen.
goodness.
Just because you're a new caller doesn't mean we can't ban you, sir. Because it's obvious that you are really gay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. $3
Never
bill
said
looks
I was
like
anything
nothing.
but gay.
Do they play music in the bathhouses here? 'Cause-
Yes.
do
R.
they?
Kelly, Babyface, Usher.
They pointed that. Oh, thanks a lot. Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, they pointed out the type of music that is played in the bathhouses
New York
there.
City bathhouses?
Thumping techno music.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
thumping
you gotta
techno?
get the beat going.
guess
Yeah, but
so,
it's not the
Beat going.
techno that's doing the thumping, Terry.
Well,
It's
So
really
it gets
just
you going, yeah.
standard techno, but you combine that with the gay man at the bathhouse, and you got some thumping going on.
yeah.
You can hear all kinds of things.
Well,
there.
now that you've lost a lot of weight, and we have heard that about you in the time that you've been calling the program, which hasn't been long because you're a new caller. In the time you've been calling the show, you indicated you've lost a lot of weight, sir. And I'm just wondering, do you feel less gay now that you're becoming a more fit guy, or what?
No, not at all. I want men even more.
Oh, gosh. Is that
Oh, my
possible?
gosh, his libido is flying high.
No.
Yeah.
He's no longer just, taking it one way.
Whoa.
I read about that, too.
And you like to get a little mud on the turtle yourself now that you're more limber because you're more the versatile top and bottom now.
Oh, I'm so much more bendable now.
Right.
Oh, man.
So you've got a little mud on the turtle there?
Oh, boy.
He's not even going to deny it.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to see what sex is like with a woman while you're with this new body, or what?
No.
Not ever?
Never.
Gay men experiment with women.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fine.
You don't believe that a true blue gay man will experiment with a woman, or what? More than once?
No, maybe in like a drunken, super kind of mistake kind of thing, but I don't think most gay men want to be with a woman ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Not that it's wrong, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean...
Not that there's anything wrong with heterosexuality.
Yes,
Right. Phew.
not at all.
Don't be
No,
confused.
I'm not going there.
Uh-huh.
Sex with a woman sounds terrible, but a fist where the sun won't shine
Oh,
sounds terrific.
Now that sounds like the perfect evening.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yes. You want to be signed up for that immediately, don't you, Christopher from West Seattle?
Yeah, even if the woman was hairy, it's not going to happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No. I can't even think about going
All
there.
right, so what's on the menu today as far as breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Some tuna fish, some cottage cheese, and water. It's pretty much it.
Wow.
So you can't really eat yet, huh?
Tuna
No,
fish?
because I had surgery, that's how I'm losing all my weight.
You know, do you at least slather the tuna in mayo, or what?
No.
Some gayo mayo, or what?
Can't do that.
Yeah, man mayo.
No.
Whoa, dudes.
Well, that's later. But no. But
Nobody in their right mind would sell you real man mayo. You get the gayo mayo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So you don't put no mayo on the tuna?
No, there's mayo in the tuna. I actually buy it from the deli.
Turtle. What?
I actually buy my tuna from the deli, so I don't have to make it, and it's so I don't even know if it's light mayo, but it's not like heavy-duty
It's
mayo.
fascinating, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, heaven forbid you have to put mayonnaise on your own tuna.
And do you have a job now, or what's your status?
I do have a job.
Yeah. Heard about that.
Wow.
Working in the afternoon night shift.
Yes.
Not having to lie to anyone about when you go to the bathhouse.
I haven't gone in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But you
So
go.
I don't have weekends off anymore. So
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of pretty much
Goes to
into
the park.
bathroom.
Yeah, he goes to the park and ruins the public bathrooms for everybody else.
Oh, whatever. I don't go to the park.
So what do you do now that you got this new body, new attitude? What have you been doing? Tell us about your gay social life in 10 words or less, because we couldn't stand any more than that.
No, I've been hanging out with friends and stuff, but I haven't had the chance to really.
Where'd you find these friends? Did they come with the surgery?
No, these are people that I was friends with before. These are the
That's why it cost $15,000, because it would have been $12,000 for just the surgery, but for $15,000 you get surgery and friends.
Wow, bonus.
Yes,
$3 grand.
it's the package deal.
Yeah.
So how'd you get these friends? We haven't heard about you and friends in the past. Not that we really know you because you're in
friends
Colorado.
are I go to a bear poker game every other Thursday, and
Oh, you're still doing that?
I am.
So everything you do is gay.
They've kind of stopped doing the poker games, but I still get together.
Have you gone all in?
Whoa.
Oh, he tries every time.
Hey, poker.
Yeah, I haven't had the royal flush yet.
You got to know when to hold them.
Oh, give me the big slick.
Man,
Right in the backside.
everything about that poker game he plays just is so freaking gay.
He knows when to hold him, I have a feeling.
Oh, my gosh. Now, are you done plateauing? I recall one time when you called, you said you were at a plateau.
It's slowing down a lot,
Yeah,
but
whatever.
I'm losing. Yeah. But I went in and had lab work done, and all my levels are fine, and I'm not deficient in any area. So I'm doing good.
Now, the stigma of us going on in San Francisco is there's a lot of gays down there, Terry. Mm-hmm. You think we're going to get a lot of gay callers on top of this regular guy that keeps calling us, this Christopher from West Seattle, Terry?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we going to allow this one to call since we're in San Francisco? Or he's kind of a bad representation of gay people, though, remember?
Doesn't he have a friend
down there? He's not part of the
San
community. He's not,
I have a lot of friends in San Francisco. I'm not a bad representation.
I just.
You almost got it out.
Can't misspeak around these people.
Okay.
I try.
All right, thanks for the call, then, really. All right, very good. There he goes. To his gay world, Terry.
Jeez.
Well, we've discovered some new things, right?
Mm-hmm. What was that now?
We've discovered some new things about bathhouses and
stuff. Oh, thank you. Thanks for bringing that up. Just calling out all the New York men, Terry.
Well, I didn't.
Just a big gay world we're living in the way it seems, huh?
Big gay world.
Man.
Thought it was interesting that they sent two Reuters, journalists there.
Undercover?
Yeah.
They didn't just happen to be there?
Yeah. I'll take this story.
I'm here to tell you that Q93 wants to pay your bills, because I sure ain't.
So what's the situation? Oh, his mic is not even working now. I can't even get an explanation out of him. Terry.
Yes.
How hard is it to not run out of oatmeal?
Not hard to run out of. I mean, you obviously know that
at some point you get to the bottom of the canister.
Right.
That's when you tell you, is there a canister? Is that what oatmeal comes in?
Sure.
Whatever it is.
Some kind of.
At some point you get to the bottom.
Right.
And then you say to yourself, time to get more.
Well, but really what you want to do is get more before you get to the bottom of the canister.
Thank you so much. So my point is even that much more of a solid one. Right. You don't run out of oatmeal.
Right.
Oh. And on top of it, me being like the most loyal customer the man has.
Yes.
And I love Willie, Terry, but he can't run out of oatmeal.
I understand.
And now I'm getting really hungry, Pasty. Pasty! So what's the solution to this? Give me a solution. What do you got?
I can put a stove back there.
Oh, he's going to open the door and explain it to us. Yes. Talk loudly because I can't hear you. What? What's the solution? The microphone is not working. Everything was working great yesterday.
Yes.
It's a disaster in here today, Terry.
I know.
And it's going to be that much more of a disaster when I'm having hunger pains. Go ahead, Pace, to explain. What's the situation now? Now, I cannot hear you. The mic's not working. Open the door and scream the situation.
I can go to my house and make you some oatmeal.
I don't want you to go to your house and make me oatmeal.
Be quicker.
What other solutions do we have? What else does he have down there? I get oatmeal every day, Terry. Every single day.
I know
Does that seem pretty loyal?
Yes.
You get to the bottom of the canister, do you say, okay, T-Man needs his oatmeal tomorrow. Get some more?
You get halfway through the canister, and then you say, hurry.
Please.
Put it to full.
If I'm out, he's out.
Mm-hmm.
Screw him.
They've got bagels and cream cheese, breakfast sandwiches of any kind.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're sitting in there chewing away on your breakfast, aren't you?
Oh, this is so good.
He didn't run out of that, did he?
Double sausage and egg. Oh, God.
What are you enjoying this morning in there, Pasty? Double sausage and egg? Is that what it is? You like a nice double sausage? A little bonus sausage, do you?
Oh, the sausage you can throw at me.
Double sausage for the double chin.
He didn't run out of your stuff, did he? So you're fine, aren't you? With the horn-rimmed glasses smile there.
Horn-rimmed.
Well,
do you want to call down there and ask for an explanation?
When I get hungry, I get agitated, too.
I know you do.
All right?
Yes.
I'm sure he's going to give me some reason as to why it was understandable in his mind for him to run out of oatmeal. I don't see any acceptable reason, so why even call down there? The man's out of oatmeal, is out of oatmeal.
All right.
What am I going to argue with him on why he ran out of oatmeal?
Okay, I was kidding. I do have some, but...
Does he have some, Pasty?
Save it.
Is he hiding his oatmeal? Is he rationing his oatmeal now? Are you convinced that he ran out of... I cannot hear you. You're going to have to come out and say it a little louder.
He's eating, though. He needs to stay in there.
He's out of oatmeal. You checked? You went in the back and checked?
I did not, no.
You took his word for it?
Took his word.
Because there'd be no reason he'd be hiding oatmeal.
I wouldn't know where to look.
It's not like when you left, he went, phew, I thought he was going to find it back there.
Right.
They always have some in the back.
Mm-hmm.
God, nothing like a sausage egg smoke combo breathing down my neck. My poor Mike has a tumor now.
Unbelievable. Ran out of oatmeal, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Will he have oatmeal tomorrow?
I don't know.
I mean, gotta have oatmeal tomorrow.
I doubt it.
Wow.
What do you doubt it? Why do you doubt it?
Maybe the stores would run out. You just never
The
know.
stores didn't run out.
The earth has run out of oats.
Ooh, fresh.
What makes oats? Where do oats come from? The ground, right?
Yeah, it's part of the. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what it's part of, but
You
yes.
harvest it like wheat and stuff.
Yes,
Right.
wheat
All right.
and oats.
Well,
Yes.
is oats like an endangered species or something?
I'm going to guess no.
Okay. Well, then there's no reason to run out of oatmeal. Daniel's on the line. He ran out of loving days with his wife last we checked,
Yes, yes.
Terry, which tends to be an endangered species in every marriage.
Even the poor people get oats. Like that's what we send to the poor countries is barrels of oats, but you can't get any here.
I don't think I'm asking for much. It's hopscotch's point there, Terry.
If you lived in Serbia, you'd get all the oats you wanted.
Yeah, but here I can't get oats.
Get him across the street, probably. Willie should have gone there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, tell Willie to go to Shanty and get some oats.
We'd upsell you like $3 on it.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe the Shanty ran out of oatmeal this morning.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
the whole time.
we do have enough room. I can put a little stove in there, you know.
Sure,
we
I
could
don't want it
mix
to have to come to that, but it's good to know you're willing.
I would.
If
I
it
would
comes
do it
to
for
that,
you.
I'll let you know.
All right, and I'll get you a little hot plate.
But everyone's entitled to an off oat day. Daniel,
What if it's 2 in a row?
last we checked with you, things were not well in your marital life.
Correct.
What's the status today? And thanks for calling back to give us an update. And waiting on hold, because hold is a whole process in and of itself this morning, Terry.
I know.
The people on hold can't even hear the show right now. I have to reach over way to my left to punch people up on the air.
Oh,
I have no oats in me.
Jeez.
It's really one situation after the other. Yes. I hope your workday is going better, ladies and gentlemen. Because
They've got oatmeal.
mine is a nightmare.
Yeah, they have to be there till 5, so
Oh, okay.
say yours is going better.
Can't imagine that. At least they have some oats in them. Daniel, what's the latest?
Well, I guess on Thursday, she's going to go in and do the divorce papers. And, you know, I just, I feel like, here's an analogy for you. I feel like I'm on death row and I'm just waiting for that governor to call and give me a stay. Either a stay or whatever.
Is that considered like a lukewarm type analogy, or is that that's pretty desperate, Terry, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
That's a pretty, like, darkest day reference there.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion that it's all right. If I have to go, I'm going to a better place. I'm going to dysfunctional family land.
Well, we're out of spots, Daniel, and we're going to file papers saying so today.
Uh-oh.
No, of course you're always welcome here, Daniel, until we decide you're not. You are an important member of the family now. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We have no plans for any divorce with you.
No.
Man,
Well,
most guys would feel like they've been paroled when their wife is going to file divorce papers. Listen to Daniel. Daniel's just decided because he's being rejected like this.
Yes.
Daniel was always pretty, speaking of lukewarm about his marriage, I imagine, all through the time they were married. At best, now she is taking the initiative and telling him to stay away from her, and telling him she's going to go ahead and do the paperwork necessary, and telling him that he's out, and he, in response, is doing what every typical guy is doing and deciding, well, I'm completely shocked and I'm blown away and I can't live another day.
Death sentence is pretty serious, he said.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, you know.
But you were never, Daniel, you were never really that happy in your marriage.
Well, now that I got to think about it, you know, I can.
No, now that she's leaving you, you've decided the marriage and your wife and this woman was the best thing you ever had. But when you were together and you had her, you didn't feel that way, Daniel.
You know, his
Well,
wife right
I
now is
did.
saying
I
exactly.
did for a while there, but you know, after being with somebody for 10 years, you get to the point to where you know now it's
You kind of go through the motions and you don't realize what you have, and all of a sudden you realize you took your wife for granted now that she is moving on with hers. Is that pretty much, she's moving on with her life? Is that what you're feeling?
I guess you can feel that way. I mean, there's a lot of mixed feelings that you can feel after 10 years and 2 kids and everything that goes on. And
But that's the bright side. You still have your kids to use as pawns during the divorce.
Yes, it's called leverage, yes. Now, as I said, Daniel, most guys will be cracking open some Cristal and thinking about, wow, how to get started with their single life and all the women they can screw without feeling guilty.
Right.
That's the key, huh?
Yes, you don't feel that at all right now.
Not right now.
Right now, you're in a terrible funk. You're in deep depression.
Well, I'm not in deep depression.
Well, to say it's like an equivalent of being on death row, I would consider you being in some kind of depressed state. Isn't that fair to say?
Not good.
Yeah, that's fair to say. That's fair to say. But, I mean, I do feel a lot better coming to the conclusion that, you know, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I can always call T-Man, and you guys will cheer me up. You guys will.
Yes. We're very reliable. Ask all the other dysfunctional family members.
Yeah.
I'm working in Issaquah. My boss is probably hearing me right now because he listens to your show, and I was working up here, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" I was like, "Daniel, where you from?" I was like, and of course he's like,
then he's like, "Hey, Daniel, show us how it's done." Right. Now, last time we had you on the line, you made an effort to speak to your wife with us live on the air, and she told you to get the hell away from her. Have you been doing that, or what?
Yeah.
You have been. You haven't been, like, following her and this... Because also the last time you were on the line, you told us you followed her in her car.
Right.
She didn't know you were following her, and she went through the wilderness and to some guy's trailer where she got out of her car and stayed in that trailer for a serious period of time where you were left to believe, and what other option did he have but to believe that lovemaking was going on in the trailer, Terry.
Oh, this trailer's rocking.
Don't come and knocking. Now, you haven't been following your wife since then, right? You're not going to be doing that kind of stuff, are you, Daniel?
No, I'm taking that negative energy and I'm making it positive by going and working out and getting my little swole on. Because, I mean, if I'm going to be myself, I might as well look good for myself.
There you go.
That's a positive
Good
step.
job, Daniel.
Terry Free is applauding you, Daniel. What does that make you think?
Yeah.
Well, granted, know that that's what your soon-to-be ex-wife is doing, too.
I mean,
even look really good.
Even before you made it to the trailer, once you were following your wife through all these woods, didn't you say to yourself, "Man, I don't need this"?
Yep.
Did that ever come to mind even before you parked your car outside of the?
When I seen the van parked there, I was like, you know what? This is my free ticket to do what you said earlier. Go screw every girl that I possibly can. I mean, I'm not bad looking, man. I'm 5'10". I'm 180.
Well, Stephen met you in person. He would be a better judge on whether you are, in fact, a good-looking guy or a just horrible physical disaster or somewhere in between. Stephen Kilrath, how would you size up our friend Daniel here as far as his ability now that he's single to go out there and get as many women in prone positions as he possibly can?
I think he can get it done.
You do?
Yeah. There's a picture of him on Terry and mine MySpace page. So.
Really?
Yeah.
On your MySpace page, you can see a picture of Daniel.
Yes.
And his son, right?
And his son.
Is it on
All the perverts will love it.
Is it on there now?
It is, yeah.
Is it a close-up of, like, Daniel's face or women that are kind of into Daniel, if that really is a possibility, after hearing him on the air? Is there a way for them to, like, really see what he looks like? Or is it a distance-type picture that you really can't tell? Or what's the deal there?
It's not too far away. I mean, you can tell. But it's from his knees up. You know, it's not like a face shot, but...
I mean, because you're in any picture anyone takes with you, your chin takes up about 98% of the frame there.
Right, I'm horrible.
Yeah, that's right. So
everything about me.
My question is, can you really see Daniel or no?
You can. Yes.
You can.
I'm standing behind him, sort of. So
that helps.
So the chin is not blocking any of the picture, although it is hanging down on his child.
Oh man, his child.
He's
like a
we don't really need to
marsupial.
see the child, so.
Well, I just thought I'd call you guys and give you an update and tell you I'm in a little bit better spirits. I know, I'm pretty sure that as soon as this stuff...
Well, the little bit of better spirits must have happened in the past, like, couple of minutes, because the way you started this call, you made an analogy to being on death row. So what are you?
That's from when I started from, when I talked to you guys last. The way I'm feeling now, I mean, I've been going to the gym and just taking it out on the weights, taking it out on the chest.
All right, so all in all, you're doing well.
I'm doing a lot better.
Well, I'm glad to hear about that.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Daniel?
I'm 36.
36. Life begins at 36 for Daniel Terry.
Sure.
I'm right up there. I'm about as young as you guys are.
Hey, now you're in Issaquah. There's tons of little hot moms running around there.
Wow. Single mom.
Well, there is already a couple of callers, if I can reach that far, Terry. There are a couple of callers that are suggesting that they're very excited that Daniel's single and they're interested. Would you like to take one call to see how it all gets started with you in the single life, Daniel? He's getting he's getting giddy thinking about it, Terry. Do you hear the giddiness in his voice?
Yes.
All right, let's go to the first call that chimed on in here saying, "Hey, Daniel's single. I'm going to be opportunistic. I'm jumping all over that." And you I reach over, are on the air.
How you doing?
Oh, jeez.
I just went to the MySpace ad, or the MySpace photo. Does Daniel want to try men?
I guess that's a no.
That sounds like Daniel just jumped off a cliff, Jerry. No call from the governor needed.
I'm on a Microsoft building. I'm on the 5th floor. That lady's got a Adam's apple, I can tell.
Yes, this lady does, in fact, have an Adam's apple.
Yeah, I'll show you my Adam's apple.
Oh,
my goodness.
Hey, is that the gay dude?
Yes, it is.
Oh, T-Man, how you going to do me like
well,
that?
I mean, I got to be honest. It was the first call that came in of the interested calls that have come in for you.
You're a wounded fawn. He wants to nurse back to health.
I asked you if you wanted to take the calls that have come in interested.
I'll take the call, but not if it's a male. I'm not.
Okay. You should have said that.
He's all about women.
You're all about women.
Oh, but I'm very interested.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That makes you extra interested there, Gay? I mean, Christopher?
What?
What?
If that's gay, if that's gay, this is not the Jerry Springer show. I'm not into, how do you say that, when you're going out with your brother or sister. Since he's a dysfunctional family member.
That's the only reason.
The biggest dysfunctional family member.
Hey, if you want to be embracing the entire dysfunctional family, you have to start with an old veteran like Christopher from West Seattle.
Yeah, everybody's gone through them.
Whoa.
I mean, you need to have a little initiation. We didn't tell you about that part?
Oh, yeah.
Doug's done it. Everybody's done it.
I'll be working at the new Sheraton hotel that they're making in 8th and Madison next week.
Oh, geez, didn't take long for Daniel to come around, huh?
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to be in the dysfunctional family?
Right.
Yeah, will we be at a hotel? What?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, you guys figure it out. I'm making a gay rendezvous here. Anyway.
Gay rendezvous.
Now, this picture that Pasty just printed out for me, it has, it's a very small little, like, thumbnail picture.
Mm-hmm.
Does Daniel have a bandana on here? Is that what it is? Or is there some weird-looking head? I can't even tell. It's such a small picture you printed out, Pasty. You have to scream real loud. Huh?
No, I think it's a hat.
Looks like a hat.
Backwards hat.
Backwards. There's none available, sir.
No, it's not a hat. It is, I guess, bandana-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it a do-rag?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is.
He represents the Anacortes Crips. They're tough.
Speaking.
Beat you with salmons.
Spelled my name wrong, but that's
Speaking of representing the tough ones in the world, Kendall is called in.
Our little disappointment.
Yes, Kendall. Good morning.
Good morning, T. How are you?
How are you? You're missing out on us breaking in the brand new T-Man in the Morning studio.
Is that what's going on this morning?
Well, it happened yesterday, but who's counting? Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's exciting. Well, I don't like this whole silent thing on the phone.
Yeah, well, that's going to be changed over the next couple of days.
It's very boring.
Okay.
Whoa.
She should try to be silent during her call.
Mm-hmm. Because when you're talking, it's very boring.
Yes, it is.
How are things going at the University of Arizona?
Things
Me and my
are
boyfriend are great.
Don't sound bored.
You what?
Don't sound bored.
I'm, okay, I won't try to sound bored. Go ahead.
Okay. Try to get a little bit excited about my call. It's only like once a week now.
Well, I mean, I just know that nothing exciting has happened, so why do I even bother? I have nothing else to ask you. That's why.
Nothing has happened. If you were down here, you'd understand.
What's happened?
Not be cynical about it.
What's happened?
We had an amazing pool party this weekend. Things are pretty crazy down here. Our football team was horrible this weekend. And
So all the sorority girls jumped in the pool and their nipples got hard, or what?
What?
Was it just a pool full of hardened nippled sorority girls?
Yes, because it was all betas, no datas. There was no boys allowed. So it was an all-girls pool party. It was really fun.
What are you doing at an all-girls pool party? Do you drink a lot?
Probably.
Yeah, well, certain things happened. It was a rough day, but it was really exciting. You get to know your sisters, dance a little bit. It's all girls. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing all day with the girls.
Weekend.
Do you experiment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus, Stephen.
Oh, your sisters. You don't do those things. That's gross.
Yes, you do.
Did you go off the high dive or the muff dive?
Whoa.
High dive.
Uh-huh.
I think. That's not gross, right?
When you
High
guys,
dive? No.
when are you having the pocket pool party?
Why is her voice, her phone all crackly and
It's a
stuff?
bad phone.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Man.
I need it. No, I don't get any service in my apartment or anything. That's why I can't call in. And
That's why you're doing all-girl pool parties, huh? Time
What?
to get service. Anyway, how many girls were in the pool at once?
What?
How many girls were in the pool at one time?
About 196.
196 girls in the pool all together as one?
Yeah, that's how many girls I think we have in our chapter this year. We have a huge chapter.
How deep was the deep section?
What?
How deep did you get?
Well, I think there was it's 10 feet maybe? I don't know how big it was.
What?
Jeez, and you
I don't know
have
how
a
big
wizard sleeve.
All right.
Did you provide your flotation devices for anybody to float on?
You guys are terrible.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So how long did the pool party last?
Well, I think we started pre-partying at 7 a.m., and I think we got back to the Hi-Fi house at about 3 o'clock.
And no boys were allowed, even if anyone wanted to straggle on in and check out 100 and some odd girls in the pool together.
Well, the 3 lifeguards and 2 photographers and the DJ. I think were the only guys there.
Boy, those guys are lucky.
Jeez.
Did you take off your tops and stuff, or
It
what?
was pretty exciting. What?
Did a lot of girls take off their tops?
No, what?
No way.
Girls don't do that. No, it was really fun, though.
Did you wear a 2-piece or a 1-piece?
I wore a 2-piece.
You did.
I think every girl wore a 2-piece.
It was a 1-piece.
A one-piece bathing
What are you
suit.
competing in the Olympics? 1-piece.
Girls are one-piece.
Yes, they do.
Not hot girls. My mom.
So they're all hot?
My point is a lot of not hot girls in this sorority.
In sororities, they should be hot.
Well, that's
Kendall
not
wearing a
always-
2-piece is marginal.
If you have a 2-piece like the Beyonce style with the cutout towards the stomach, it's more like a, or a 1-piece, I mean.
It's not your
That might
typical.
work, but
Yeah,
those
that's
are
a
little hard
1-piece.
to pull off.
All right. No, I don't want it to be hard to pull off, baby. Anyhow, so how'd the date end? How'd the night end?
What?
After you're done with the pool party, what do you do next?
Well, I think I passed out at Pie Fest for a couple hours.
You passed
And
out
then-
from
Well, I passed out on the couch.
overexerting the breaststroke or what?
We had to get up at like 6 a.m. It was a long day, so I passed out a little bit and then watched the
You
football
passed out
game.
from drinking so much, is what you're saying. Even though
No,
you.
I mean, I was just really tired.
Right.
This was my first date back to the 21-year-old. It was pretty exciting.
Mhm.
So we did that, and then I watched the football game, and then we went out all night. It was fun.
All right.
It was
So,
a great big weekend. You guys need to come down and visit, I swear.
yeah, missed out on exciting weekends like that. I can't have it happen anymore.
Yeah, I love pool parties I'm not invited to.
Yes,
That'd be awesome.
Anyhow, it's been great catching up with you. A not a really.
Is your boyfriend doing good?
Well, I don't have a boyfriend, but the Hoover is who you're
Well,
referring
he
to.
still hasn't
Sure,
decided.
he's great.
He still hasn't agreed to take you back yet. Is that the reason why?
He has 7 more girls to hump, and then she's in.
Wow, just 7?
He's making some good progress here.
I would imagine.
Has he been screwing other women during his senior year of college while debating whether or not to take you back?
I don't, not that I'm aware of.
Well, what does your gut tell you? Your gut is
Time for a 1-piece.
your gut is strong enough to Kendall, your gut is strong enough. It's in tune enough to know whether your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, is screwing around and during his senior year of college. So what does your gut tell you? I mean, be honest. Don't
99%
lie.
Sure he's not.
Your gut says he's not. Your gut says he's wasted a month's senior year time without making it happen with anyone.
That's true.
She gave a percentage, though. What percentage are you?
99.9. You can never be sure about anything in life, so 99.9.
You're as sure as you possibly could be that your ex-boyfriend, your boyfriend, is not screwed a soul since he's been on campus in his senior year.
That's true.
Do you agree with that, Cherry Free? You're one who, I don't know what you are, but do you agree with that?
Do I think that he has screwed.
He only wants to do anything that's against what I say.
That's not true. I think that's not true.
Hopscotch, do you think he screwed anyone during this debating time of whether to take her back or not?
He's going to hit a baker's dozen by today.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did it prior to even them breaking up and her going to Italy.
Stephen Kilbreth, you are her last chance, her last hope. Do you think that her ex-boyfriend has, as she believes, been celibate on campus at Arizona University?
No.
Wow, you guys are great.
What do you
Have a
think?
great
I mean,
day.
he's a senior football player. What are you talking about? Of course.
Marginal to call him a football player, but yes,
Well,
technically.
okay.
And you guys
Still on
broke
the
up?
team. And he's got a
Feel
better
the
shot than a
time.
chess club guy, put it that way.
He's on scholarship, you guys. He's definitely a football player.
All right, so there you go.
Nice.
Then we'll call him a football player.
Okay.
He's certainly then with the ability to hook up on campus. And you're saying he's turning these situations down while he debates what he's going to decide to do with you.
Yeah.
Well, aren't we a little bit naive? Either we're a little bit naive, Terry, or she really doesn't believe it and is just saying it. Which one do you choose?
She's
He takes me out to dinner like every night. When he has time to be with other girls. I don't think so.
There's 24 hours in a day.
Dinner
Sissy.
with you. 2 in the morning still exists, though. 3 in the morning still exists when you're back in your place.
I guess you're right. Hi, guys.
Not that I'm a stalker, but there's a message from her on his MySpace page that it says, "I love you so much. Hope you're having a good day."
Really?
Wow.
Nauseating. Why are you, following him around by the nose? Why are you being dragged around by this guy and doing whatever it takes to try to get back in his good graces? Seems a little bit pathetic. We would have taught you a bit more during your summer internship than to be just trailing after some guy, hoping that he'll throw you a bone, Kendall. It sounds like that's what you're doing now.
I'm not.
She's just living out Shrek. He's the ogre and she's the jackass.
I wish I'd seen the movie.
Nice. Thanks.
Is that not the case?
Fabulous.
all right,
I
then
just
you-
love calling into the program to get.
No, don't get upset. We're just trying to. We're trying to
but
be.
You guys don't know. You
No,
don't
we're trying to be
understand.
honest with you, Kendall. Don't get upset. Now,
Even
if you.
I want to talk about it, you guys are just going to shoot me down and say I'm an idiot anyway.
Okay, well, let me
So I
ask you
don't
this:
try to defend myself.
if you say that's not the dynamics of your relationship, and you're putting up these messages on his MySpace, and you're writing on your MySpace of how you learned your lesson and you realize who you love now, and you said the last time you called in that you would be back together if he would just decide he would take you back. If that's not.
I'm just working on it. It's hard to be back in a relationship when you haven't seen the person for 9 months. We're dating again and getting to know each other, but we barely even know each other anymore. It's been 9 months. So we're dating, and we'll see what happens.
I don't know. It sounds like to me you're just following him around like a desperado.
Well,
I'm not.
She's not going to call you anymore for being that honest with her.
If that's not the breakdown of yours and his relationship, then what is the current status of it?
I just told you what the current status was. Would you put me on 0 volume so you couldn't hear me?
They're dating.
Mm-hmm. And they've been apart 9 months, and they're
Right.
doing this reunion period of time.
Right. They're
Hi,
getting.
ogre. I'm Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, but he did come visit her in Italy.
And as soon as he drops her off after taking her out to dinner, he's blowing up someone's phone.
Yes.
And getting her over there as quick as she could get there, Terry.
Yep.
And he has no guilt, and why should he? Because he's not in a relationship.
Right.
Well, whatever.
He's got the best of all worlds.
I guess it's better to be naive than to know you're being cheated on, but I don't think that's the case. So whatever's going on is fine. But
he wouldn't be
things
cheating
are
on you.
happening
Why do you
and I'm
think-
having a great senior year.
Why do you think, then, he would be keeping you at an arm's reach, but not letting you back in? It's the perfect scenario. You've given this guy the perfect senior year scenario that he could have possibly gotten.
Like Steven said, it's not cheating. They're not together.
You're available to him whenever he wants. And he could go out and do whoever he wants during his all-important senior year without feeling guilty.
And she's acting like she's in a relationship.
To him whenever he wants.
Yeah,
Of course,
she's not doing anything.
just based on the MySpace emails you've left him, it's obvious that you're available to him whenever he wants.
One message that says, I hope you're having a good day. He was having a bad day, so I just put it on there, whatever. It's not a big deal. That's not indicative of how the whole relationship is going, that I'm chasing him and following him.
Dick.
I love you so
Yeah, I love you so much is more than just have a good day.
Yeah.
I put that on yours, Steven. It's no big deal, right?
Well, yeah, it's true. But I can still screw around on you, which is cool.
Yeah, when we wish Steven a good day, which has yet to happen, but when we wish Steven a good day, we don't follow it up with we love him.
I do love him.
Okay.
But I'm late for class.
That's obvious. I believe you love him. You love him more than you really should, and before you realize it, your senior year is going to be up, and you're going to wish you could have it back. So
I
I'm
hope
just
that's not the case.
So if
But
you
I'll
don't
always
want.
have-
So if you don't want to call anymore and have me tell you the way it is and try to help you, well, then that's fine. You'll continue to sink deeper into the abyss that you're spiraling downward in as we speak. Where's my old man?
It's shocking one of those girls at the pool party doesn't know this and tell you this.
They know it, they just won't tell her it.
Because they're part of it.
And they're probably screwing it.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
Kendall, enjoy your class.
Guys,
We love you.
I love you.
XOXO.
Have a good day.
Have a great day.
If you decide to take us back, let us know.
No, you guys never laugh.
And I have a camera. So, so your next pool party, I can take pictures.
We just have the pool party slated for later today if you want to fly home quick enough. All right,
Okay.
thanks a lot. Bye. What a disaster.
Yeah.
That's all you can say about that.
It's the only way to sum it up.
Oh, man.
Clueless in Arizona.
The T-Man.
I don't know what it is. But it ain't crab.
All right.
Steve, my son's broken out in hives.
Oh, that's not good.
I have no allergies like that whatsoever, but he...
Did you when you were younger?
Nothing.
Ever?
Nothing. But I just got a call from Angela. She said she took him to the doctor, and he woke up this morning with red bumps all over his body.
It's too early for chicken pox, right?
That's what I was asking, but the doctor said no. He said he ate something he's allergic to, and he's broken out in hives. Now, yesterday, all I could think of, Terry, is we had sushi and typical
Sushi.
baby food, yes.
Yeah. I'm like, my kids have never even gone there.
We took him for sushi, and, man...
That doesn't seem like that you should be feeding your kid sushi.
You're right.
Though. Okay.
Exactly my point.
Okay, I just making sure.
He eats a lot of things he shouldn't be having. Like Angela's been giving him crab. Well, she's Filipino. You know Filipinos love crab, Terry. You
Sure.
know because you're so Filipino.
Yes, I'm so Filipino.
You're
I
not
do
supposed
love
to give
crab,
him-
though.
You don't even like sushi.
I don't like sushi.
You are not Asian, just by look only.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
are
I like
80%
Chinese food, but I just don't like
Doesn't
sushi.
make you Asian, Terry. It makes you white. I'll tell you what. Here's what you are. I'll tell you what you are internally.
jeez, I love
Externally, you're full Filipino.
Right.
Internally, you're 80% black.
Oh, wow.
18% white, 2% other.
No Asian.
Oh, Asian could be other, right?
Well, no, other than Asian.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I figured that's what you
Something
meant.
other than Asian.
Just leave that as mysterious because you can't really be sure of everything.
All righty.
But you
I'll deal
have
with
you have some white tendencies because you were
Oh,
raised
yeah.
by a very
Very white.
country white mom.
Yeah. Midwestern raised.
Mostly black. No Asian. There's not an Asian I know, Terry, doesn't like sushi. There are people that don't like sushi, but none of them are Asian.
Well, you've met one.
Anyhow.
That's the only thing on
People that
my
like
list.
sushi are just idiots.
And she says,
Why?
she says, but I like Chinese.
Well, yeah,
That just makes you Jewish.
yeah, China Express at Safeway doesn't really count, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I even like that.
I go to the Panda all the time.
You're not supposed to give your kids seafood till they're like 4.
Well,
Right.
we're not supposed to give him nuts either, but he's been eating that from an
Really?
early age, and she feeds him crab, and we had sushi yesterday. Well, I mean, he had yakisoba noodles, but we gave him little bites of sushi, and that probably did it.
Could be. Yep.
But he's had sushi before, so I don't
Well.
know. Everything he had yesterday, he's had before, so I don't get it.
Could
Maybe
be a
it-
new blend of
yeah,
sushi or some
could
different
be.
kind of fish.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Let's
Stick
go.
with Gerber.
And all I want is oatmeal. Stick with Gerbers. Like you, Stephen.
That's right.
You're going home to have some Gerbers today?
I may do that.
Yes.
Is he doing Gerber?
Well, baby food, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
All right.
All right.
Doing it hard.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you for leaving us with that thought. Thank you.
The T-Man.